Abusia fa mamu nyina achia mama kwaba eba UTV so ene eye memenda otwede amponyankopon se de odi adom ye ne de odi eba be wiwi se ene memenda no pe ye nyina yete enkom ye wa hoden na ye de critical issues bremo anope ye fra me vim lady Afia Pokua ene mini mpanifo kukudam professors ne mpanifo akese ne yehia ye bedwendwen Ghana ho ene kwan a Ghana ebetimi akọ nanim this week so ene ma kese bebre asia ehu hia esefata se betimi achechi mu ede ama Ghana fo nyina so ate ensem no ase asa na ebekọ ensem no kura mu yemfa se de PSA ema this chocolate drink de hia any issue share an indigenous Ghanaian business wafa Ghana fo adwuma fo a wo mo ye adwuma wo hwe kwan se obetimi aboa na we boost Ghana economy no oba despite media nko apo a workers egu anom ebro 400 asa na wafa this chocolate drink adwuma for factory akese wo ma wom na waba special ice mineral water de bia ebo ni din say de ba wo be boost immune system no ho hia say de bia obenu musio eno so ye indigenous Ghana adwuma Dr. Ofori Sapon ene da no na ade we nyina ekasa eko ema Ghana fa ho de da esi ene Independence Day eno ti na ho se nyina ya ba betena no ma odo Independence Day no ade aye we eye fapem kese a eka Ghana Independence Day no eho se de ye nananom eye ya omuhwe omoja edigu ho no eno bi ena ye nso ye tie ede ato aso se in this era no ye nhwe moja o this era no ye mental emancipation said Bob Marley ekan ye no nti nimdia ye be hye ede ama obi anya bi nti na lawyer for professors ni ade akese anopa nka memenda de obi oye waka bia nim se memenda Saturday na oda muhu lawyers ba ko no akoko wo vaccine covid vaccine bi kanu pe kura nka me nya akukudo no ameba because me wo vaccine ni wie ye kura 24 hours na just awone o hyewa atiesi me so ni miti bi pae me no but Ghana ho do any the principle of independence ye nananom a omoje Ghana independence ana ye fa ho de ni si ho e kire ye ne say de ye nananom aye no ye meye bi nto asonti they will defy everything including ono ani ni pedua said there be me so me family de emo afore emetna ha encheche Ghana nsemu emremu na Ghana fo nyina hu bi nti happy Independence Day enkoma ye nyina ya woda kese e de ma Ghana but as long as ye di Ghana independence no one thing is also very important say Ghana fo nyina be kai ene say there na wo ye e de ama Ghana man we are in the era of Ghana abranti anasa baba we be any opportunity so be part of Ghana aban parliament judiciary na obi aye na dwene say okupe bibi wom e de aba media not excluded ene media fo bebre si e be ka asem no kore ye the information be ma omanfo enya emfaso wom no obi akopɛ to the highest bidder me kwaje kakra wa NDC ho me kwaje kakra wa MPP ho ansa na asem no waka obeka kra on kano according to said ye beboa viewers and as listeners there be o kan said ye ni pay masters atweska om de gu ne bottom eno de na nya de nananom ye ni bi ene ye de asom oman enka ye den na 64 years of Ghana's independence Ghana ye jefa hodie Ghana ye da ho kutabo nsua ene kra ene na mabrochire even go to the extent of China yakwa akwaji CBD loan yakwa akwaji de ba omia ba ye akwaji 22 billion ewo China ho what happened Korea yakobo besia ho France Malaysia and Singapore for ya no munye Ghana classmate at independence they were following Nkrumah and begging Nkrumah to teach them how ye dua eme ene yakọ mo ho nyina ekoye trade negotiations with them eno ne ade wo se Ghana ye nyina edwene ho ebusa oman no Independence Day no na Ghana ye pay capital income na etisen ene Ghana ye economy no show oman sika sama clearly ye do epic ye pass debt to GDP ratio no ye twam epic. These are very critical questions ansa na ne ye ma ye ho Independence Day ne be san hwe judiciary na say the constitution can say justice emanates from the people. In 64 years of independence, for so ben na Ghana yenya justice system wa yenya election petition major decision ama Ghana kwan ben so na Supreme Court decision na anu omo de ma ye no e be affect Ghana dachi elections aye be holdi because na no 2013 election petition e kan ho bi any enya new CI any even regulations I far elections way any in fact this election petition won say kwan a ye far so court no had been stipulated in the law because of nano election petition MPP for e de call court nti obi call court a good and the lawyer for a bank kese power studio a mbe boa yen e break Supreme Court election petition nyina down na ye de nchechemu no atodwa e be ko ye main issue no which is transformational leadership. If we last week ye kan ho asem say e die na Ghana ye benya a Ghana ye betime duru bosha asase na so. What will it take for Ghana to get there? Kode bia ye betena se ye kasa o TV so bebebe ana de wonam a wo ye adwuma bebebe wo pamade o wo ye lawyer ni a wo kira de so o university ni ade obi a yesa so da Ghana beko nanim. But momo ye ni o mo sha se nyina o makọ ejaye o ye leadership ana Ghana no na yaso ode ana. Last week a very interesting discussion because all Ghana you chose to be part of community patcho follow live UTV Ghana Facebook and Despite Media so YouTube na yemfa nkomo nyina hyehyɛ so na yɛhwɛ kwan a ni nyina ɛbɛboa na yɛ nkomobo no akɔ na Ghana so yɛkɔ yanim na yɛbɛyɛ te sɛ UAE United Arab Emirates ana Dubai a yɛbɛyɛ te sɛ Qatar Doha yɛbɛyɛ te sɛ Malaysia yɛbɛyɛ te sɛ Singapore yɛbɛyɛ te sɛ China sɛ Ghana fo ya na yɛbɛnya adwuma ayɛ. Which is why one of the reasons I'm penny for said Professor Bafo Adjumadu and mom governance for my year Juma Cheche and Nano say some of the things are buying baby yeah boy for instance President Kufuor buy out yeah school feeding or yeah education reform so many idea capitation maternal health care. These are all things that boy more minor calling him. Okay, I said President Rollins buy or stay that year and Sakario education system nima ema GHS ni SHS shortening the education system na be boy me developing young people ni baby skill set na odebe kan na no ya mo ehun modern kakra say technical education ye say GHS menya technical competence no ya nhada mo ehun modern but subsequent nhihye a aban bebre aba no ehwe say obe revamp ni nyina. Don't forget computer placement here no so aban omudi echire nyina de ba enti both NDC and MPP aban o ma ba nyina boa ma o ma na konanim but you betimi akọ better than this ana and me saka obi efa me vim lady Afia Pokua so that kese enkoma wo say we do TV no to critical issues and me dey join here na fe nkoma ye boni nyina ye fa bibia emro ti happy Independence Day enko emma ye nyina na ye mo ehomode say ye be bebre e de asom o my Ghana na mpanifo a ye ne mo ebebo enkomo no lawyer Kwesi Bafo Ntifo a private legal practitioner sanctuary or Gempa Law Faculty otimisa benkum so ase obebo amayate semina city chu ne said they make election petitions issues no enyina obema ye ate emu enchechum so na lawyer Kwaku Atakra Dwomo so lawyer kesi ono so bebo amayate election petition mu ensem emu enchechum na so ye twe kwan say Professor Bafo Adjumadu former UN senior governance advisor ono so ba beka ho studio ha na de nkomo no atwetwe ahyehye so ama ye chei ye ne associate professor of Wisconsin University or chair leadership honom Professor Enoch Pokua ebetwetwe nkomo be join here by Zoom so na Nana Bafo we so lawyer senior partner SBA and partners ono so be join here by phone na ye ne ono so atwetwe nkomo o telephone so na ye ne no atwetwe nkomo na mpanifo akese ye ne ye beko University of Science and Technology Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Okumase any lawyer Professor Edujem Fee so akasa honom na ya hwe so ensem ni nyina said e ba ebe 64 years after independence so saying NTA law bibia all aspect leadership ye be hwe ni nyina e fa me vim lady Afia Pokua e twen say obe join mpanifo anu pe mam good morning ni akwaba
yeah Afia
council me shall say and na ko Independence Day enti mejo o comment o 64 years we need so be person be hwe law na say in terms of mine nkoso any justice delivery Kwame Nkrumah say the African is free forever and the black man is capable of managing his own affairs ampa
me da sepi yema ahwafo so good morning and the 64th independence anniversary nipa nka yakoyenyim pa and yetin komeze na yabada nyamiase nti se Ghana a survivor for this years is there and yena be me ho afinshapa 64 years yenya independence never pin akodo within the 64 years and nipa na brabom no the man I say into number bebre bokoye bi bokoye berum koye into Ghana has gone through turbulent times in yenya papa so my kind there from the judiciary side so far so good on your Bonnie P on copy usually numpo say about to guba still yenya judiciary in kakra ho or ye juma kakra even though at some point in time we tried that we be involved we be infiltrate into the judiciary side but at least the key judicial organs in the and yeah cases from the 1950s all the way to in the American year. I think judicial system, the court system, they contribute significantly to our country as a country are able to and all the way to just Thursday the second judgment for second presidential petitioning. Sabi judiciary the fan who's nature young abrafo no hoda won bedi hina asem ma hen na de won ye wo ma hwe hen case ma hen enti hone de ye beka de yakohia nyim papa ye wa kanye executive side in onye maybe legislature side no hona ye bompa de mfe kakra ka oyin enyim as a country na mfe wa kan yin as a country ni ebetum ya tutu yen zama ye na yerin sanon ko brofo nchen ma wontro na esi there still yoko round in a yede cap ya hwehwe sika na ya hwehwe ziban we are hoping there years I can and years over here enyim no ya betu chen zama yan kasese as a info for
but because I can be the waka legislature parliament no onye executive aben no che the home day our performance has not been good then.
Oh, so far make there I mean me a teacher nti mama yan ho average wo ho mama yan ho average just send there of course in also I mean periodically na ebia na or friend then abantugu na zeba abantugu ba for instance one of those in can suffer by legislature straight away parliament is dissolved and executive no assistant home but then you still have executive but parliament in the one background but yeah but me find the year 1992 as be seen then as in the year I mean I expect then ke bokun ni ma seen them in terms of development and in terms of even parliament just this year no yet even now parliament impo private members bill etuma kodo for since 1992 nanko onye inti when is akakakra mama ya hu average I mean them na me maka Sunday still no yanzama into toye yentum I mean on the continent ha mpo South Africa mpo yendu ho baby men kada or they solve here problems in but or there us young people in crime there we are gearing towards future there future hopeful young people and nazi but it doesn't look like yababo sin be am the zibani as to
no your salaries the DHS salaries them every day single spine but the point you make about parliament no your friend the executive is very important because of Mawako this week and you did this week even ended than ended NDC as a political party when you are brave MPs or parliament no do mawaye there it be more position on roba MPs no do there they don't understand why NDC MPs 24 wako to aba to approve of ministers na yeah the politics partisanship na could do even to the point because eco parliament you are representative of the people but what the politics no so do where you unnecessary politicking when you buy about there we have not grown to that point but council member about Independence Day 64 years we are Ghana ni anka independence enyi che wo nka bi oyo papa na wo papa what do you think adenchi na yeda ngwa ha na ye stress sika wo China for
as the Afia mechia Ghana for so nyina I'm doing independence one from looking at it from a brighter point of view. Utukwan call other African countries now because of free Ghana. Obiaka say, oh, you're from Ghana. At least in other countries, no, omuhu Ghana say ye dinkai. Ye kro ma inim say your problems. But okwada only obi free Zimbabwe, kasa only obi free Kenya. Even from the fact that Munya president be a friend of President Kwame Nkrumah Ntino, Yebu. So at least on the international scene, Africa-wise, we can say that we have gone far. But your back room, how you say, your democracy in Safa Kakra. At least from 1957, military governments ne bear mu project development projects, Nkrumah development plans now at the Tohono. And Kosenya Nkrumah na opezo who say kono. But at least anybody just say at least neno ye wo kemima came memo to an extent. Maybe I never from a journalist point of view, but at least compared with those days, if you are at least we can boast of that. And I see him senior kind or see judiciary, they have contributed their quota, which mean in any way. All kind decisions now from in the 1960s, in the 1970s, the judiciary and they were challenging the government of the day. All kind of salary decisions, all kind. Even with NPP from 1992, but the number of cases on the Supreme Court, just so that they can strengthen the democracy, I think has been okay. But you go through problems. Subsequently, a bit discussing about leadership, but one of the problems I have faced, leaders. Now, there be a me drink Ghana who am first. Nyame catch them with there be and say king ne bit me say be a say Ghana first. Kitimi ye ne san kebe boye ICC and obi adwen ne ho se me ma ba ben mu na menye adwuma bi and then metimi aye na ma make sure that at the age of 28 and 30 ma toka ma to dan this obi e from ode ebi mu wie school or se menye adwuma politics and kwan me not to say politics nye but adwin be na etachiri ndike na kitimi dwen Ghana ho first akebe boye because bibi ehia organa ha bibi ehia organa. If you talk about mineral resources, BBA, you export BBA cocoa. But share even the nature of cocoa you export, there's nothing to write home about. Intino, Kinet, me dreams at Ghana first, and you D ministry be any, you D constituency be any, you D district assembly be any. Of James and near me ye about boa Ghana na. Because if you wouldn't pakra, oh go to the anime dinner, I'll dream where the anyway, me the sumi dear bear me day. Uni into India then Obama Ghana, say check Ghana as Nipa. Into me stress ne yedi Ghana yedi awodano. Me stress Kinet me dream who say Ghana first. Bibia me ye bia meet me the Ghana ton kind. So with me and the sanka, I think the Ghana be him.
But what will you take? Because you better about leadership as Sintino. Then I was a Ghana, yeah. Because I think at independence, now you see, no, you're Ghana, and I say at independence now. Yes, he as we shall begin in Samana. Because I remember I read it somewhere at a point now you see no crowd was we had a foreign British Chief Justice Anna.
Yeah, if you at a point now yeah highest court in Ghana. It's Privy Council.
Privy Council.
It's to us no traveler the highest court Joe the call and I think it was in England. It's not Lord Den and what's not even a case so. Yeah, but then I mean 1960 I can't say a G found in totality but say a Republican state Ningina be share and say yeah you mine but nearby
but if you look at the na obra kase o share in from that time be seen justice yema attention
yeah
for instance no kase share there Ghana yakoye ni mama na election petition cry yen nyina say what say the caucus even interest ordinary Ghana ni o ti dwom me ma me adafo be o dwom be ka so no kra na CJ je say o be ko no che proceedings emu a e betima ka say no so ye plus emum ye nko ye nim say de o ka no as much as ye pese ye kon there but e betimi de no abo e ho aba say we have come
to an extent. And for me, every time I can say, "Utu crime free Ghana." No, you actually value Ghana. Chrome had ye did one term there be a into but Oko Zimbabwe, Oko Zambia, Oko so free Ghana. Send ye hua ne nkwano. But John Kaze emi Chromo enter south. Want to know? We check the city value because I know they compare on the currency. some meme currency na worthless but at least momo dey emu even change the South African rand yes we can get better and their main je ho achi on any level but then you can at least upie and bubu amepo adwuma anajo onam kuroma onim say nyankomo boy ho ban so onim say you are also fairly safe baby boy onim so ntimi nkonante but at least generally you know minim say mingo shia so jeni wo baby odi tuo be kire me say sifri uke mu na ube shia police woman inspector ka bato me mo akọ nti no ABB at be hwa but we must not be complacent in same bebre wo ha o see yi ano near we wo ha say ye but at least there's something to be to boast of at least
council once and be called Supreme Court we share in development and kasa say we law lecture we to kwan kwa other places near dey in komo ene o start abrabo as Singapore, Malaysia, more even Korea. A woman said they can buy him there, but 64 years no. Senke nipa nke call retirement development kakrana yenya is it worth 64 years no?
Oh, so actually development, much development in with a number of years in it. Yeah, I think bring you say we could have done better. But yeah, so my yambu and I good there, and I hear good there. It has always been smooth.
Okay.
And you're 64 years no. About to be brave. In fact, the longest I have about to 1992 so far. Till we are hoping there from 1992 going in, and then we can then measure ourselves well. And see, we could have done better, but that's the most important thing. That going forward, you're about contributing here, and share there. In the next 64 years, not the same story, though, and of course, developed countries, America, European countries now. So what crowd will feed there, they can do more. But they compare here to the Singapore, South Korea, Malaysia, and all those places. Yeah. So take other factors into consideration there. But them American, I think there is still hope. You have funded there about two na didn't or disruptive development to kakra. And going forward, and you hope that we can have a smooth ride and then better development for in the future.
I think your point is also important. Say, and Kenya buying to go near Muna because I bought years, no, but you share problems are bad exactly. Because those countries, no. Last week, a discussion on Professor Jima Bafo Ajimadia and make his point say all those countries need to do compare Ghana and when you have consistent leadership exactly. Over a certain period and also then democracy. Yes. Into a buy now to me implementing near maybe a policy. Into some fast or basso and air work here. No man for Nenya home for so me wa Ghana no way back in Chroma class 6 years near to no. Inti sen kan kromanya to say 20 years Malaysia for nya be 29 years even 19 years kwa Rollins nya and Ghana would have been completely different but o ma nya ne sa inti a very important point now o sense is
continuity and long I mean China kada yam for China for one policy but you have the same party being power for so long a time into issue for new development of course, the difference in here very, very wide.
But even in addition to continuity, in the point of leadership, no, I think we can't downplay it. Because even Africa here, Rwanda, I mean, ebimo enemy nyadrim, but you can't deny the fact that Oche country na often can na atete pansam, atete through wars and all. But neno oko Rwanda. No, be catch it say maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago, this was a country torn apart by one and it's actually because of Nipa na Ukro Mumu. Even though continuity, yes, is a problem, another problem is a leadership problem. The problem of the vision, your mind and plans, goals, in fact,
I may also cry on this point, governance. because you can't rule of law once them they are near about governance rule of law especially Sabrea auditor general some na say institutions Obama ba how be catch say you hear strong institutions and yes any nim dada we say a previous constitution ni nyina mu be see your current 1992 constitution ma emphasize institutional workings. Oh, nti enye Obama kra na be che yenim dada and council to there so a chairman dey do emphasis on those it should work but whether or not a year juma that's another thing but yen kwa man so Dr. Jordan Fe school social policy studies department University of Ghana Legon man so doc anope more good morning ni akwaba. Doc, me hear input on independency. Now at independence, na Ghana economy no na etisen. Ye pese ye de compare enei. Na ye say enei Ghana economy na kwa do HEPIC status. Say you confirm say we share your debt to GDP ratio na ye do HEPIC me boa.
Yo minia ba mame na wase na mema wa finsha pa say Afia na I don't know so this is the first time. Yeah, na me chia with people na wana o studio so me chia won na. Minia yes na just Ghana say currently the status me say you HEPIC status. Yes, we be ba ho kakra me can say Ghana is a low middle income country and you qualify class HEPIC because they are available. You qualify. Now even because of say you COVID and you know they are available. Number one, I don't think they say and number two, you say it's a lower middle income country. We are not a developing country anymore. Since 2007, after we rebuilt the economy in 2010, we got to know that the capital income is over $1,000. And anytime a country, the capital income is $2,000, it becomes a middle income country. It is a Ghana. A lower middle income country. A per capita income is almost $2,000. And the next is the Mamin can say, but looking at the debt, with that now kind of one of these is the video won't come off. You know, the one in TF from an say Ghana, the debt to GDP ratio is 74%. We are waiting for the finance minister to tell us what is happening. Minimum the amount in the 74 in the let's say Ghana is currently in HEPIC status. You need HEPIC. By your HEPIC status, same thing is that the idea would have another one indicator. A man, a team, a qualify Ghana as HEPIC, you know. And you say your debt should be unsustainable. You can't say, or maybe that you're unsustainable. Naturally, says, how man, with debt to GDP ratio, that do 70% or our debt. Now, after Ghana, you're quite HEPIC, you know. The year 2000, more chances a plan, and then debt to GDP ratio. Then I'm 182%. That is a year. The net, since 2005, our debt situation has not been worse as it is since 2005. And then the mechanic say Ghana a debt situation, you know, you need to and Yama and Sedanko. You in 2016, then in 73, in 2006, constant prices. But in 2013, constant prices, and I'm 74, and yet as in Papa. I know just by the way, but Maminko. Question now,
which is independence?
Ghana say na yakono independence. But can say at the time of Ghana enough who di no. Na nyema ne hia say o man bia be hia na nka odi betumpon no na yewu. Nyema ne hia pa di ni say yebeka the natural resources. Na kopon de nyema che ye gold egu ye form timber yi wa ha. Good cocoa is the whole world. Ghana leading producer of cocoa. Gold, Abu. And Tina, and Yemen, I may say, or the may know their mind. I did about one. That's some Bopa, my around 1957, a friend, human resource. Not Satan, Nana Ghana, Jeans, or maybe you quite will be a real university. The only had an amount for P, a real maybe quick with a PhD. If you could a PhD, let's say, now you can human resource. Not Ghana, no human resource base, no. It was far better than maybe to Singapore, money in Yamanema and the Omabisai. Raw material, now you work. Now, they are not the per capita income, certainly over $200. $200 those days, then now the background is Kamuna Minia, and yes, you can't. Uka say those days $200. Then next uka say who the current prices are. Milia sika kese pa. Yes, as a nanka situation na mo fun jai no. Take ya decent here continue about this time they can develop countries because Ghana and Ghana. I'm got this bed. Buama sa railway line Biko Kumasi, Ebiko Hene, and never the see. Of course, I'm coming Kumasi the boy and Akosombo. Yeah, one near my baby. Yeah, everything was like Ghana be developed. And tonight I'm not comment now moving the future of Africa in Ghana. Just not never be a cost of fun. Just in Ghana, you bet me and develop. We will say, again, the sea, I'm on the year war, I'm in today. No, the studio home, Nipa, you know, no one can come. You know, we are doing when be also. Say, military interventions nearby, you know, are more than be so. Instability, political instability, and now by Yaba, no, we have to no, continue. Oba at the corner or cancer, the what is so ya and Oba, or no, be any chase. And I'm Sasua, I want to Cheda, the First Republic, if it's a Corsican Republic, a Corsair Republic, and a 2 years, a year era, Liman Pencil. And let me say about 4th Republic. Yankas and Yankopo, Abwai Palma, 4th Republic, Yakoya Nimpa, since 1992. You who any instability, Nema, air coastal talking. And I'm thousand a man necrano, they say a lower middle income country. That's it. Already the whole West Africa, a middle income countries are Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, and Ghana. That's it. And West African one and the world, and Ghana is one of the superpowers. Okay, Ghana, and your phones are South African, who took one out to Ghana, deal baby, and your phones are. But you want never the estimate to Kuroman na the bedroom you do. Nana, Adebakwa, Eli, Napaye, commercialization of politics. And then you see you with democrats. The democracy, you know, about commercial. Commercial, they said, will be for Bob Mosian or the politics. When you will not or the Kupesika.
Okay.
And I'm saying,
Doc,
and I'm saying, Japan said, Nansemu and Chair. Any public European bond market, no bond at the coupon rate of 19%, 15%, not Cote d'Ivoire or 6%. Not Ghana for Yakodia bias, the very quiet, the very near young that who cannot teacher generation Bichiano, then I think it's right. Meaning, I mean, I'm a friend commercialization because so European bond market, so Kojibusiana. In Chima or Mubachano, you know, already. We know all the Yabayama, Nayaka, why you know, and no one in Indiana. And no, and then Amagana, you do the very just commercialization. That's the probably I'm a politics with competence and with true, intentional. The Bay or my Libya, you bet me acquainting. Your
dog, Mamma, now I say, you're back again to our point here already because I can't a leadership as a politics, Yana, Emuna Yedi. Ye leaders and answer Kenifua Omubedi Yenimba. You know what? Mesamba Champion, where Dr. George Donfe or Chadia will University of Ghana, Lagos, and Nutrition Koma, Oche, or Saya research, social policy, home research, and Omu me, here research share the impact of economy no, on social systems, no, any groups near. Then, okay, at independent Ghana, Yafa, who 67, no, na Ghana per capita income, no chichima, $200. $200. They say your debt to GDP ratio said on one confirm say finance minister ba obechim you do HEPIC status. HEPIC status 74% of your debt no inti HEPIC status na just because you middle income for inti na ye ma yen ko HEPIC nka we de ye twem HEPIC no kra. This is the Ghana o ye di ho independence ye twe ho momome ewo omayimo ye bra back to studio ye ne empanifo nkoma ye twetwe wa lawyers empanifo mi no ye go back to Supreme Court ho ensema ye kan ye hwe ye break Supreme Court nda information say through Supreme Court decision no we say aka independence one say said even justice attention e kra assessment from independence abc and 64 years but break Supreme Court ensem no e de ne ensem a Supreme Court can ye na no verdict or the two just say petitioners no omo case no sha na emu enyedu no pacho cheche mai
yo with that sipping it's a case na President Mahama is called Supreme Court no Nititu anyi there. And 9th, Electoral Commission Chairperson, Mami Jane Dukwe Mensah. Or Bobo Abandi there, President Akufo-Addo, and the way winning. Say Asia, Eya Nkontan, and now the figures no the two gun. Say Kekesi Nyima, Onya no kware there, President Akufo-Addo, Inya, or ha, Ntichem, Edunum, a kakre gudo, or Sunday, say Asia, Yan Rapona is the Yazabo Brow Krum and National Constitution. Or there, Obia, you by elect as president, don't you put only more than 50%. It's when I say there, Mammy Adukeri or Kede, them time in the teaching man result in bay. Into say, I'm fat teaching man and Madampo and Kahu. There's Nina Yazama, Yenura, John Mahama and Poa, still own to me, on crossing more than 50%. Into Yura Nana Akufo-Addo and Obenya. Enti when samanye there the mass some now electoral commission for the two gun onya no kware enti Supreme Court one hwem na one kan ho ansam what kware in Supreme Court is the obubu ho nsam ni na or summarize ni nyina into five issues. Na 5 issues now what do two one Supreme Court kede okay Ozinkan is that some ben electoral commission for and now Akufo-Addo lawyers is there. What's some no cry me and take cry me and come. We send there you know should be anim into me and how ya who cry into yem tungu. And now Supreme Court look at there. Yes, a declaration na yen share there's a declaration na why or no quite there Obinya more than 50%. Michelle President Akufo-Addo onye more than 50% and in it to them areas in Nazi. And was Supreme Court was there on the 10th Electoral Commission for there was a mistake. Over 9th and manner what you into on the 10th in we issue statement no was correcting. But President Mahama said there you correct who mistaken na on the 19th. And can't biara and bomber menzai my agent post one measure may who figure school into the man the many na a year ni no Supreme Court one one man yan two abano for between me Mahama and Akufo-Addo into only some nitties as operate court na Supreme Court kada ozikan my first issue there asama Mahama Ziba court only should be no reasonable cause of action. Supreme Court kada yan two case in good. Ya the back on na ya ruling and ya judgment na ya zini na ship. Niti to there in some fua enumina Supreme Court set issues na was set ma one nimu ekor will really now was a man Yenura Mahama. The reasonable cause of action. Supreme Court kede once someone offer the whether there will be enya more than 50% na when you more than 50%. Yen kede onya sama nyanse nyim another onya sama when there yoko. Into onu de into yobaja atum there sama was the band. Well, who kind of was a bar and answer so another in suum into
the first issue in the Wulima and this
first issue in your now and then I can say as the teaching man can obey another the teaching man can President Akufo-Addo on cross in Supreme Court is there. You actually need no you should that's man kasa mozeba court ha in can ura say din katene that's oje na we send the Supreme Court kede. That's if we basan President Mahama from who inan the corporate and nasama obaken or boy mawodi assembly two Dr. Kwesa White no ni Hinura Rojo one asama obakan inan on ambo kra into one kra one side the mumu ura asidin katena sama oziba two gun onu no oboa papa inti so what show money na no what dasa ura say dun katedi na wo pra chan there ehun wan ba court there wo ba kada abana yo to no wan yan to ni ye na mo wo pra chan there ma major Mason announcement no yen mun kan announcement on be easy announcement no yen and some wo ho na wanye ne yi enti na ayi nti Supreme Court is what you man what ni na wo bo ne tofa onya no kware there obi a nya more than 50% and that what can you na bo man nti anani na zo no okọ against your friend and NDC for another President Mahama nti we confirm there in fact no kware there Owura Akufo-Addo onye more than 50%. Nti everybody tough fan ma what kind mo kesi anyin usane
yeah baba back ya betche in fact after Supreme Court decision there's a video na the respondents
okay
were lawyers na legal team na wo bo say that they Prince I think UTV was a video now more to nyom jubilate na de ni nyina lawyer atakwa obetimi ache petitioners no issue President Mahama your press conference after that say omo ni bia ko after we although NDC lawyers in Bebra hint say be kran ko be call for review of the omokano but omo say we dey yesisi omo because court no e wo opportunity a enka ekuo say electoral commission and camera hye no say adwuma oye ne say electoral commission nye ono kwa na oye adwuma oye magana for enko be ba adaka nim na nka wa ba be chechensim no processes omo de ye case nyina no amwa the action elections nti bese ye call the petitioners can say omo amwa case no the Supreme Court lost the opportunity say enko mbe sesa emra no na nka aboa ma ye koye nim no ye betimi ama law no enyini na ya boa electoral process no. What do you think about some petitioners they can no?
Well, I think they quite unfortunate. And many GSF with this particular Supreme Court decision, no, just any about Tonwasi can be from beginning to the as compared with 2013 and just a Tukuba just my ruling or as a Chiremutimiko for registry. Now, okay, kind ruling now. Just any about Chirechiremu. Ochechuma adukunti ayama Madam Jane Adukwe Mensa ame dia dance no. Unse Afia say oh court wo homra. Even though to the ordinary Ghanaian no beka say o na sanko see any seat na sanko any say. So court wo ono an mfa nse ni amamre ana ne mra send on obu asem. Wanya asem bia na de court. Nti no nti na here petitioner the second respondent no. Omo say asem krayen tungu kra because nya same way near the Supreme Court. In the court determines that the first issue is whether there's a reasonable cause of action. Now, omo claim no, from the second respondents, now say an Article 64 no, and son obede assembled down Supreme Court under 64 no, also shows that the validity of the election is in question. Now, with omo argument as the second respondent, say you can't validity, you can't overvoting, and also annul a whole constituency, and even all of the elections in the 2013. No? In terms of there's no reasonable cause of action. I remember say there's no reasonable cause of action. It means that assembly of the banner, and you say me say cause no border no hutie, because say me can you say me na the court. If you are can say me asheme, me dream one mentia and chresem the court ordinarily. You know, with the rules of court, coming back to your question, with the rules of court, and the question is say where's you be by force in Bakro ebe dia dansiana. Your age-long principle in law, and say he who alleges must prove. It is possible so there are some crowd ube assume or come make us a court mean can she. Court now say a person who succeed on this case not on the strength, not on the weakness of the defendant's case, but on the strength of your own case. It even yes, Madam Adukwe Mensah, or he holds a public office, but the question is, do the rules allow that? A compulsory say under the rules, no, even the Electoral Commission must testify. Now to that, Supreme Court say there be almost share within the common law jurisdiction. I'm sure within all the rules of court. Omu hu imrebia kase Madam J Mensah chinchinia on my media dance here. And then the lawyers of Madam J Jane Adukwe Mensah, that's Justin Menuvo ne Sumwa. Just an argument ne say mon kan sembi e chire sunti o say Madam Adukwe Mensah be yi anumpo. Mon kan bibi e dia mamu bia no ye de mo first witness a two box him wa admitting same ni e kan. near can you didn't your subject to cross examination near can no one was sanka there seem be anywhere be sanka kamutimi can seem be ma court na who say no there's an answer for the electoral commission to provide and care then beba but so long as petitioners nan can share a chere so na one can share yen any answer to a petition dey intimi fa ne mba say mo mbebisa na say na Supreme Court no any omo ya adwin say yeah if kamutimi make a strong case at least it would have made sense on my material but for the per the ruling no so long as they had not made any strong case and there's also no rule say why do back court no be dear dance here no
yeah but also na petitioners to lawyers in baby wo problem no for instance I took out argument back here and can you to me separate EC chairperson and Madam Aduko Mensa from the public office no say we dey adwuma na wo ye ninti no wo dey e car wo de Ghana for say ade bi wo no ma wo dey men hwe petitioners ni mo mu ni case ko hwe wo manim but Ghana for no mu nti na wo ye elections no begina adakam na bu akonta the president mama press conference na processes na no complain no it's one of don't you think there no so ye issue
I think Imbrem kakra sanya Leonard Kane if you bibiana sanya yesi kansam na ye ade fa who per se electoral commission for render account of election na yakoina there are different options avenue I will betimi dey call eco parliament our rules are different eco judicial our rules are different eco the executive na the one set up commission for public their rules are different you chose to go to court yako court one rules are completely different na your system your friend adversarial system and your inquisitorial ne de encounter the back dem a petition the lawyers war pair each other or the for bibia to nchan tsna ho the MBC so questions say your case was any case so no but adversarial system each there if you are emina nyimenya wo nti keep your evidence mean keep your evidence let's go by the rules of the game nti need to care there because mayor electoral commission nti one I mean rules na court di adwuma one fencing chane kakra wo lower standard ne kakra no ma it is what per there yisin all your accountable our election na ye came that's so many they can go to parliament ask parliamentarians the call yisi answer certain questions it can be done
but to parliament in the case of even parliament this current parliament is the subject of this same election that is a dispute.
Exactly, but this same it's our parliament. They can ask the EC to come, and then questions will get opportunity to know whatever they want to do. If in the worst case scenario they can push even for presidential commission to be set up for one reason or the other. You better me. No moment. Court was a court in the by rules. It didn't to me share obi chinchan there. Onam that mess you win to say I'm sharing here. I mean I think there. Contrary to what the petitioner work on there in future and over I think otherwise. Moving there, or Bob in future, be a rebocco court or bedroom, especially when it's about election petitioner. Moving there, the bar is a little bit higher. Into your Bibian, I'm sorry, I'm the Boko, equal go through away, another go through action. Into or the moving there, a damn medical court. BB wom. I think that the positive side is you there. Yeah, assembly will be sorry no after Bibiano to miracle court. I mean,
any petition saying there before they even went to court, no, they had the reasonable course of action because this is a case that they make there. What do before we do court? Easy nankasa we declare elections on the 9th. Elections na one fe bia la nka ho. Why a mistake? Obey a correction. Meanwhile, more a mistake no. It remains the gazetted one. The point you raised about yen to lower ban, petitioners argument to Kora will make in it. Oh, yeah, the work at the one lower ban. One raise the ban for easy there. Easy who that I don't know, you know, a serious job on your mofra beduma. If you know what do big na box, and yet the man next election. No, ballot book in Bikafa. No, Bobo to an
or the Supreme Court will deal with that issue. Supreme Court, first of all, evidence as a bad will prove accession and another allegation on you then. My kind of mammy or your mistake. Okay, you know, you nipa. yeah mistakes but yeah mistakes are or yaza or sisan election ni na into announcement no yeah mistake in or sisan election
okay
go to into election petitions all over the world and the standard is not that nipa na your mistake
okay
but even if there were infractions and other mistakes here and there is it substantial or affect the election na yeah into the Supreme Court okay pardon numpa President Mahama or okay the baby owa wo twitwa mbane bi gum also then ahe say ya the honey na mpo ya two film mpo or the Nana Akufo-Addo ne vote in the form. Only 50%. Supreme Court is no. Even if they prove it there was pardon numpa, it can all affect election in any significant way. That is the standard. Not the Supreme Court in Kada don't do your mistakes because they are human beings. Machines require you break down, never be brave, but does it go to affect the election result in significantly? No oyaza all the here until want to move into me who that in criminal matters even though civil matter in criminal matter if you sub me case boni bi na state in the democracy state no can answer me na we are meeting my academy in casa
no your normal posted
normal process Mr. Entibo na me lawyer file bibi or friend submission of no case oh mas man there I said I'm na meku osimesi another I'm na meku wi wazi ebo wonkru na wie no Mr. Lo menye hwe kan biem asem wa waka no we improve hwe enti court no on that basis no court but me jaw the court free and pa osan the state no woni ngiran super good dia ne similar one more or less in electoral commission for what trial they will be used there well I mean I remember court akonwa seminary samankasa wasem ezebe no bezibi man na that inzibi
okay council now point the person making answer mako zoom no so na
yeah but just to add we share the rulings of the Supreme Court from the beginning to the end interlocutory rulings on make here what me say asem back when on person mo kire say yempese e be sesa principle no say wo a ukura asem dey back court no wo kra wadanse
but and also na petitioners the issue no say it was so almost sesa for the sake of easy nanka easy no nko anya rules a e fa no nko say e ba easy nko ade a wo a wo dey asem na ba no e was say the owu busa na asem no so to me approve an asem so
yeah but senior counsel can say me there imreme free be precedent always no Supreme Court need the highest court of the land. Emra almost share no na be emra for all other courts also mu diso. Inti no with that no the precedent ya person Supreme Court ne set. See be say set precedent say no say mo asem ana me ka say mo asem bi. Metimi akọ say court ma nipa kro na me say mo asem tia no ono ama meka ne nhwe say asem na meka na no kra na enyo kra. No be precedent the ABI mpe. Because it means that High Court, after this, no, High Court, Court of Appeal, District Court, Circuit Court, Assembly here, Obiboga Kotisa decision is a Supreme Court can say yen say. The Supreme Court in person about done the age-long principle is that he who alleges must prove. Based on that, and okay, Supreme Court judgment where I think a decision by the 2013 election petition, Justice Bafuboni can say, you see, electoral process is a very complex process. But only you're dealing with or you're using fallible human beings. Definitely mistakes ka krabeba. By interest mistakes in ketwana abano, yen tu abani nyinengu just because ebia clerical or administrative errors aba. Inti no sano. Supreme Court share the general intent and the general purpose of it. If we move to the second issue, we decide here now. Ultimately, a petitioners no more backwards no. Vote or more cast the total valid vote cast was actually the total vote cast. Here I see don't get your all box and got G2. Zoom can say if there's the problem, the only problem I'm more can say maybe on the 9th or declare BB an error wrong on the 10th or be corrected with even though there are some minor errors. Into no son, we still have to make the electoral commissioner, that's Madam Jane, yen find number 2 box now some make can't say now or what can answer Dana. Well the Supreme Court found the answer to be no. And yes, obviously petitioners they are grieved by the decision. Because acquire but see to the question is that are they making a sound legal principle or proposition?
Okay.
If your answer no be no.
Almost say yes. Until almost say and share on beko for review. Mama Sanka Ebusiafo bio say Professor Bafo Adjumedua former United Nations senior governance advisor Babeka ho Prof Yemo Akwaba. Me say na me adwin poem say be akọ vaccine because council until now found no because council so ko one nra and reaction so onya reaction no pay the one malate there but no quantity na ye because me ko be ade achi na man fa na easy kra until what me fe wona menya ona na say no reaction na afa uti be yo ya wo be de o so be
that so afi na fe anopen na na ye de
ala fe na am say vaccine Amade eba. Yeda yanko pose se odo aba. Omo che se unya sa reaction ketwa na che se vaccine no ye adwuma wo immune system nim. Obo ho ban nti. Eno nti na ye good. Enti council member prof member also ba me ko zoom no so lawyer we so na na je ba fo we zoom. Na na mpacho ye mo akwa ba no pay eba critical issues so. Hello, Nana, so microphone no ewo zoom nim nyasa emma. So microphone no said e ba e beto nkan. Anyasa wa Nana so ne microphone no prof me do comment on Supreme Court decision ya be petitioners lawyers indicate say one share review bebam. But to the obi a wa bene governance what chair governance on near bebre. Is what Jane was Supreme Court decision or you good for governance and I say e betwe abechi.
Well, the Dikai, as some way a lawyer for answer. Timbeto a lawyer for Cassia, you say, not just a media as me can be a ye.
By governance, as
to governance on a major hooker crab, meet me can lawyer for us. Now, my observations back on the Dikai is a young metati judgments. Now, the side judgment will have told the Yan 2013, so Swimpa. When said Supreme Court to Nunya Butre at court. Issue be also 2.5 hours or so on the air. They are not trying to say, Omunya Butres fifth in Simumu pass, and be a PABR near court near the and no, you come in your lawyer, Mitia, Matthias. Now, they are tossing me, no. And 750 are sending in Ano. Said the crying your lawyer for a tin chan yersham. A trusting yesi cornoa. Ne a yemi say, petitioner for lawyer for almost per se. Omo no de ade fufuru bi na beto ho maye if we say mo say wani nkugu na wo say Supreme Court or to results ni na gu nche no ye to aban fufuru na me de minim say o man bia so sase mi si a question be ba ne say na omo amoto no clean no omo yes is omo right to vote no omo so abaye ntungo so
okay
enu o man be bre say sense bi ba is etaba pa me fan say first 4 million kwana say osi anya na say 13 million na tubu eto papa ti omo aka no omo so de nyense nana na time bia court omo ntimi emni sade because also omo protect citizens rights to vote nti sa asem no me na me sase na esiko no na bed na ma petitioners no ene de toss me nsa say me de to 2013 de no ho a petitioners no ba omo de nkrata bebre by say when say nanye when nti when man law mo unknown just a month when no nanye so ntinanti ase bi wom say ane say court no kraje to mu say de mo say na ye free mu a na just ne aka no de protecting no na wo ba na wo kire say yen twa banumu ne nton foforo de a me wiase a metietie elections mentan tis asim bi kra ti mi say de na esiko na madwene me say bia enko papa bia. Now, the question is, on person we appeal no. Democracy dear makwan. And I'm saying, Raso makwan say a court to buasem. Na anya woda. Usa koya appeal. Now, me mum dear, me teacher, me lawyer. Yes, Matisa lawyer for kukudam for being a koya. Because if you be omni nimra. I'm a new one. Sheshe ne chachunum. Omni ya lawyer for akesi. And timimi for manum enko omo bi. Na media me ametinche me hwa na sa asem na si akọ na bibia submission bibro mo ye yesem so se ni nyina ya anya ntum no me media mgidi se om de appeal no ko asa nipa kru ya na ekotie Intimidate me and that's what be as on the befa baby. And so almost Ramo quantity don't ban or say a mom can run away. Okay. Near you into the judge for Noveka.
Okay. Prof. Messan bound champion, near share governance issue. They say, what dear battle a chiache, I will see the way in Susan so bene benya, I will battle. Now, and mammy call back to still as someone of me busa lawyers, I can say me, and say, still I say, ye shape electoral laws. Enti Supreme Court na komu ntumi distinguish case he say e wo mu say they na right akwaka yes Supreme Court kasa affected court say court e wo na se nyina but we the case stronko enti e betimi ama case where in the case of electoral rules and say no say na Supreme Court mpese ye na ko betimi aye bibisa and abaye ntwe say lawyer na na ba fo we ne line no aba na lawyer mpacho yes am akwa aba bio e wo critical issues so
I mean, you're about
I feel you don't cover microphone. But busa views on the Supreme Court decision. What do you saying?
Afia, Sabi, to the beer, asemu nifi. Na obi ye pese ye se chinchina asemu fia. Afia, ya na me mano with the greatest of respect fuel. So, share in semiolu pe. Said that me bow figure so me can and a petition as the court to Supreme Court. Baku almost votes no ya pardon no. Pardia ya pardon no. There was 32 polling stations, not even constituents. Polling stations. Omo kono. Omo fa pin sheet anko. Omo the spreadsheet paper say. And omo yes spreadsheet no mo de numbers egu so e say spreadsheet we na o hwe numbers egu so e representing numbers kire say 32 polling stations no a polling station so not even constituency not even an electoral area so it's a polling station in terms of the electoral system na yewano is the primary is the basic level. So, not even electoral area, not even constituency. Oh, and no more the court say, okay, can money see here? It's been padded. Now, more crowd, okay, see here. It's about 5,000. So, I say. Now, my main fact in the law of evidence, you know, yes, it's a court, what the assembly court. So, what the assembly court are. Anything that is capable, when you make an allegation, first and foremost, you have the burden of proof. Two, what burden of proof? No, now what burden of persuasion? You can say what burden of persuasion. Just a what and na okope adanse edeba ebe support to case, you know. So, three, you see, anything that is capable of proof, who prove it. And to question the baby, I want to say. Sir, vote party ya omoka ho asem no was it capable of proof so what I say who in CI now if you are at every level of the electoral process no all the political parties the patrol involved to say the kaka ho asem nyina no who CI 127 now they are all entitled to pink sheets. If you are notwithstanding the fact that they are entitled to pink sheet, no, or for pink sheet bakum po anko court, anko support to sa or allegation of vote pardon, no, with the judgment, no. The judgment is clear on that. It is the omude court anesa almost spreadsheet, no. The patrol lawyer for me, you know, to be say. Sa evidence, you know, your friend is self-serving evidence. Self-serving evidence. So, a one who create a petitioner na the create sa information what they call court. So what I say, intimremuno one fa evidence bia anko court anko support to the claim or allegation of overvoting, you know. So, everything that share judgment now, almost say that allegation was capable of corroboration. Why do they say it was capable of corroboration? It was capable of corroboration because abato na yekoto ye no sebi enye na na adodanko akufo ado ene Ewurajo Mahama pe in the contest aba no. There were other candidates, seven or so more candidates, or a couple of them, and if you are contesting elections, you know. So, a man to me, uncle, first, any panimu biara, anyone a man musifo, a police station, biama, it was our police stations now, or Mocas of voting this year, you know. Man, the corroborate our position, our allegation, you know. So, they failed in discharging their burden. I know
I know your petitions now also almost failure.
Petitioners in America.
Okay.
Petitioners in America. 2, Afia. Pink sheet now. Section 127 of Regulation 1 of the CI 127 say every candidate or his representative is entitled to a copy of the results at the polling station, you know, right? None of the 32 polling stations, you know, offer a pink sheet free ever support those allegation, you know. So what I say, a toss of the CI 127, they say a two abani we are for that particular polling station, you know. If you are Uber publishing the results, now what they are found down. Obia do okofa evidence be abaye. So what I say, the burden on them, no, if we are under section 11, section 10, section 11, section 12 of the Evidence Act, no, omo end to me and discharge this burden, no. Meanwhile, no, sir, allegation on their own, it was capable of proof by producing their pink sheets. 2, it was possible to corroborate it by calling other participants or candidates in the elections and their polling representatives to come and corroborate. Oman to me, the omode court, omo spreadsheet, assembly, omo share, omo dem share, omo office create a self-serving evidence.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay, council, let's just say, what the processes now, President Mahama, press conference now, emphasizes that this whole election petition decision, Supreme Court demand, processes, court process, legal processes now, what courts, no? And I'm my way in Abano, only on Monyaji, you are saying, say, from beginning, crowd or mobile, even the failure to bring their things in the say, or case.
If we are case no what they call court to name in Yaswa, it's not make catcher will say, assemble this year, me and fast some messy. Okay. Because now we raise the question, be said, post election petition, you know, we share 2013 it led to electoral reforms. It's what electoral reform would this judgment lead to? The part what you say.
Yeah.
And I mean, breaking omu case ne down, what I will say, omu case ne yem. A friend by overvoting now or more canon. And I make a choice, everything that is capable of proof, you should prove it. Question is this: in this instance, was the allegation capable of proof? Yes, it was capable of proof because we CI 127 now. Pink sheet, you know, at the polling station, you know, yama ubia copy. Or man for the ama. 2, it was capable of corroboration. Even if proven, it was capable of corroboration because elections, you know, and yet omunkwane koto abano, and as to omunkwane contested abano, there were other candidates that contested the elections, and those other candidates could have corroborated it. Oman kofa obi bia ma me corroborate saa de no. It is saa overvoting na omo kano. If they failed to prove it, the only evidence they took to court was a document they themselves had generated. In the law of evidence or in evaluating evidence, your friend is saying a self-serving evidence. The second case, you know, the second case, you know, was François Mami Jane Mensa Obo Abano Oyeye. So what I say. Yera esiedun kete akotena witness box mu no me pacho die see yenie kohwe judgment no efua wo hwe judgment na extracts ewo mu a wo behu the extracts of the judgment no say onu ankasa agi figures ni tumu say maame no enyam mfomsoɔ bi a ɔyɛ ya impact elections no ɔno in the witness box opa if we check it pages 36 37 of the judgment ever. Oh, the extracts from 36 37 of the judgment ever. So what I say, it is a onuankasa agiatum in the witness box. Some mamen from Swana or ye and young from Swobia just a SSB. So let's say omu case me lunia. Afe di ebiu. Enti na make us say for say asem eni fia. Mamo bi enkofa asem emma. Na yam pushi say chinchire there must be a judgment that must lead to an electoral reform. Where is it? Where does that arise? Sebianyado, even a judgment of a court, sometimes there is a mistake. And the court referred to the Interpretations Act. Actually say, to me, clerical mistakes to me, see to me correcting. So it is a court now there is a mistake. So we share mistake no institution so a on the election results in the elections from the polling station to the electoral area to the constituency coalition level to the national level.
Okay.
But what I say? Okay, council. Asemu ni fear. Mama mi enko fasa asemu ho chinchira.
Emma. Okay. Council me now I say ebi e beba onchen ebio nana jeba for we na na twetwe enkomo no na o che say petitioners in case again or can the afford the other lawyers e wo hai omu nyina aka ne say ahyase kra no omo antumi a hye dem prove omo a case. Council nti na just say based on the omu nyina lawyers mo kan review enya ade e wo say obi entertain ho.
Oh, reviews amranu makwan opese okọ review na prof e kan no amrani de ho so beko but wo kokota na also wo dwen hu ne se me kwa edimfaso bebre no me wini anase me wini enti omo ankasa no so omo hu se even during the trial no review ba mu nyina no ankoye ama omo we no mo ye 7 and omo tena case so say review ba ayer so atu ne de baka ho sa e was say onya o make sure say so onya at omo adada for no omo no omo sesa ebinum be sesa omo adwen akoka new 2 na say new 2 no omo ba na so omo kra esesa omo kra ene omo tena so sisi na enya adwen din and a 2 Ubasha throughout the trial no Supreme Court consistently indicated say review standard very high. Intinya review na nyese na Supreme Court me lose case into me ko appeal. Ya nyane sa. Broni say say grounds are between the review you pe. Either say BB mistake be cause so and BB cause so Amber court na adwemu Emma court in the year mistake na sa mistake na court in the year no are resulting in miscarriage of justice. Okay. Yes, court na to me mistake omo ditu say betimi but in mistake na court in the year no a resulting in miscarriage of justice and that's one. The second one was is say ade bi ho a Amber wadwen so as a lawyer and as a petitioner. Afei na aba na amba wadwum kra no so we ya due diligence ye ne also be ye bia wo ye and enya possible so at that time na sa information na beba won chen na afei a ye di case ni wi na aba and year one but then you see the catch there and say due diligence enti wo be then waka say mistake because so ana BBC ya as a diligent lawyer no Amba wajim.
For instance, they say this issue about say pink sheets, no man for pink sheets number. What can lawyer can the number for so I can no. Everyone say NDC case okay. You nya pink sheets no. You didn't na ba. You co reviewer.
And fly. Cry.
But say one okay say bibi one no ma bi a by what afena what something that you were not aware. But first, no, nim say a bit me material to be
oh, yeah, case, you know. I was say ammunitions. I would say, lawyer Bafo Eka BB said. What else will prove case? Who would do ammunitions in an man train say, near was the other side, you know, a mistake. Now we regional so. Who for who case ammunitions now quite. Over one time no more cross examine say doing Katian. You see law and Bisan say more pink sheet ni na I say yes. And to one in na I then one fan coffee na over you my judgment you have no person with the bar. And sir your litigation go ni say piecemeal soppy yes and yeah no o kwa na the mean say one fan kwa no we mistake no lose you and wa was ya ma o kwan na Bruni say you have a second bite of the cherry in Conisa.
Okay. I don't know because if you need the end, you say you munina mo kano. I say NDC petitioners in shada in Nina. So, but again, almost very convinced. Say, by the processes now, as a mama kind. But what the follow on into for 1 minute, Prof. Who are you governance person? Beyond the law, not I can. Did we lose an opportunity say nka we ye ho kwan kese e ma oman Ghana say ke be koye nim ye benyini na this Kenya for issue omoto aba na wo se Kofi Annan na ko intervene na hwese asumge ba no nka we ye fine opportunity say nka Ghana court no will step out of the law which was the argument of Kofobi and make a time about say nka je message na that can say the court should just step out of the law for once, just step out of the law. Now on check governance issue. Any institution so we benya wo daache Ghana so.
Afia no kro mu ni se. Se wo de asem kɔ court a na che se emra e na wo do ho kɔhyem se emuama ye mfa nka asem. Enye governance asem. Governance in the politicians nan kasa na also mu hu ehunyansa se asem adi koi ebeboa governance process and asemwa. Enye judge they are there for the law. So enti what's my busano? The person trying to say, "O courtua, emra, and now the coin." The lawyer for a cassa, you and paying for a cassa, you am chase, or some como con your bob who near the coin. Sir, so na judge no, judges no, biginaso, near the assembly. Now governance dear no, and now me boho kakra. And across say, now me share any muse kadi equity in Kibina home for so beer. Ye de beboa yen governance processes any democratic development ayeguswe na we nyina achi no Brumbe ka silver lining kakra bi wom asem papa kakra bi wom de di kan de toso mienu a ensem election ho akokot de course 2012-2013 no ekosi ye no esi kama na ewo ni bem no oje tumu se me no mo nya adwene so mo akasa awie de magiato bibia na boko nti na we so na me so me hwe animu se ye diwie na se judges no so kasa ne on so bedi fo no on so begi atuma kasa me mo nya adwene se ne enra em se mampanyin dada mahama kan me mo nya adwene me disappointed na so makasa die bibia anyo boko na me hwe animu for the next election. That would have been the best thing can make a mommy hope we say hey we are maturing okay yeah. Na so si omo kire se emra na anko yi no be sa akobio na omo kro omo nyintu mu no na kire se eya ye chinchin kakra nti won de omo mfa mra kwa no so but damage in terms of governance eya ne se am I a good lesson bia in terms of say ya to awie akọ court na ye bu aten na ba ko aka se mempene na me de me da ne so omo mpene se be omo twetwe ma ene atuo ene aseka omano na ese empene ombe yusu court ani omonko nti eno de ekoso a ebo amaye na de ba ko ha me pa anti afua ene se si a democracy bia elections eye anko eye key see a two election we are and na you start building governance in a democratic process in this abatwo ankoya adea political parties wo nyina ko mu bi ni amanfo a ye wo mu nyina ya nya ntum se ya electoral system ne commission ne ade no gidie wo mu a ebetim din se hu bebre aba e ho no ne ha me oh free say nana akufo ado bae no omo nsembisi emo ka say electoral commissioner dadan or Charlotte say nsembisi commission hontino obi koye complain ma and so through the legal processes I guess and so ye unit ranche na sasmo see na o say nyina hu say NDC for no man tia se kra
mama kwasi studio exactly it was part of a grand scheme say ombeye kakra yi no mo ade omo abesa kunya
sa no mo no aka and odi we so banti we no James edisi so on first day no ano NDC won ka say ye mprenso na wakofo na ba so ombeye dirty work man and na to mu sa for the past 3 years time be about elections one they opposed. So me personally, I'm not surprised at this outcome. The way and this foreign sister say, change na yem plan. Almost almost a grand plan be say ye be you no my almost a grand plan. Say ye ma who soon told that because so sa now yeah. Oh, and that's where the danger seems to lie. If you say a better banner commission no, did be anymore? Ahuto emma ye mayim. Inti ho na me say ye can governance asema de hia me papa e be ye den yatimi ama electoral commission any commissioners no I will shame beba omo mubio e be de na Ghana for ya je de bio say electoral commissioner ho ye ginidi so ye adwuma ye beji atum bio e be de na political parties no ankasa pe mu na ankasa no omo so betimi agi ato emre be ne bedu ombekasa say de ye satisfied with the electoral commission. Now, unfortunately, yemaimu 2 parties na say are dominant. NDC, NPP. Nya kanu de ya yenko baabia. Ti de omo kanu na se be eba mu. Enti se beba se we wini a oba ya na oyi electoral commission afiri ho. Na also tra na so uluso a opposition so ba na onzo oyi ba ko afiri ho. So nyina afiri ho kran se me wini a still menene nya adwuma. Na kia se omo di how na ebreye. Inti eno mama nya adwene bi say bia emre bebedu o say ye fa kwan foforo bi ye yi electoral commission na nkasa because what the electoral commission appointments and authority na what president ho no. Now I'm not talking of Akufo-Addo. The presidents will be obedi president bia ho no say sa eto asokoso na say parties me nu nyina ho dia na kire say ye nya ahoto ewo ye electoral politics mu da inti o say fiti ase pe adwene bia ye beya ebenya new way bia new mechanism bia ye de be select commissioners on be neutral to everybody na ama asomdua ba eno ne asem in governance obusamia de sasem de akofa ba ha me pa
which means okra wo osuro bi say one way ya NDC ba o chena Jameson be yine fi
and ye men so da ye hunu ne manso nko ade ma hunu o she ne enso presi kono eno nko ase ba se 24 say NDC ba o Jameson me nua ba o be pen ba bi de ne kata akoto eno de ma se o mo win sa ne sabin preduasa Charlotte say also na win and so okoy and this crowd me win under Jimensa no mo ba me hu de nti ombeka say Jimensa on tra
ebiso na nkonisa o
no say we see the bibia asesa
ebiso na
bibia asesa
me hu say me chono me hu say yes maybe ebian kananka ebetimi handle Charlotte ni removal no in a slightly better way than that because me to me blame me regime no too much because at the end of the day assembly started free electoral commission who tell phone come once and say is it bra mass amania mo allegations in started from electoral commission omo na ekun and amoma executive in the opportunity to come in there because someone can anya allegations say we yek disika we hear attemper with vote transfer and why in anima could be a competition president
menu ametiasio papa if we say sa no kro no aka no so in the context of our politics perceptions are very different
yeah exactly
perceptions are very different enti sabio me assure say kase ensuo efita now the command party back one obi abehu so efita so mo beka because ensuo yetuntum say problem ye wo e politics mo no kura ni mu bio and each party is seeking to undo the other party for better or for worse yenka, but that is really the inherent danger because se utie mandada or mampanyin dada Mahama the statement to make here no. You can tell it wasn't just the elections na man oya aggrieved. So big crowd from so uluku bitter. I'm saying no the bitterness the minim. The statement the mitie. Because he went beyond this election issue to bring in so many other issues, including the Melovo and ethnic thing. Bebra sabe na kese adeno ehu media mimiti and bomhu kakra. Oh, and don't let us just look on the surface why they are bitter or why they are complaining or why they are persisting in pursuing this matter. There's more beyond that. Na media me all of it. Na kakra mimi hu ncheze between the two parties, you know, they all talk and laugh and at times drink together. But I can tell you, say, there is something really sipping between the two of them. We need to discover.
Mako Zoom near Professor Pokua Kasaba Council. They are not Prof. Can who say we should go beyond the law because lawyers. Law. They be law. But no, Angela Prof. can say. As a governance person, or see a should beyond the law. In fact, so I see what Ghana have more lawyers to come and bet. Some when you court today, be able to and we have a history. When you say we have a history, judiciary always a targeter. You are the first to be taken down. Say if not the second. Indeed, is there not the opportunity? As a man, we should have gone beyond just the law and look at the provocation, perception. A junior uncle for the mama or the yaw. Or see the court processes no as that come kasabwa shomoyem easy person beka easy were right no but easy no could have elected to say the nyare or for the sake of Ghana for no about a move 40-something% no almost omunti about on us no but me could na that can
I senior can say me senior ba could be Mouse Oliver or ta can say after every election no say there are several other democratic ways of expressing your grievance. One of them any court. Okay. Into no who decide this all be court and where decide they say who could the court in Rano so. Senior Prof can there are other ways. The other ways of which me no it can help you in expressing your grievance. Who chooses or be called the way of the court. I know that many senior say then you must be willing to play by the ball of the court. Yeah. Into no near Prof can no cre and they no cre because if you look at the electoral politic now, no, because ka offer Yera the former electoral commissioner. No, before him. Afrejan. Afrejan, Brenna. At least ultimately Oracle 4 by. Santimidi Atamils by. Santimidi Ora Mahama by. Yeah, and say this friction I say. Into why now? It means that dynamics need change kakra. So of which yes, many probably are doing say we must see how we can solve that problem. But main point I maintain is so be decides because the way of the court. There are other ways. Even if Ebimka suggests that you can even undertake peaceful protests. There are other democratic ways. But who chooses say court there and you say the reason why I make court and say me a dance 2013 elect Nanado Dankwa. They had their opinion and no checking decision now. Which means that Keka Krebi Peket meet any man. It's no quite clear. And your moon said they had faith in the side of God. One means say Omo one near court ne pay free omo. It is unim say unni near court ne pay free wa. Find other democratic means, and that will rather strengthen our democracy.
Is that not also the argument to be say because courts no losing this opportunity saying at least stepping outside the law slightly into the last week the argument came about the positivist theory in jurisprudence and come betimi find the BB wo ho na come the enu moma for see easy na easy no about testify as not even if not as a party as a witness and perhaps be a member petitioners that come across to and also the issue about say I'm not provocation even on one kasa electoral commission or commissioners on one kasem they provoke again about perception. President Mama kasa no body to say omo boss asari money ade to the omo kasa at so more kasa slightly to suit a bank kakra Charlotte say on confuse o kasa slightly to as of corroborating the views of NDC kakra. All these things no. Are we not making even the next election very dangerous? Me can make the next 2024. I don't even want to be anywhere here.
And you'll be here. Afia will be here. All of us will be here.
And yes, Obi Abeka say yes, election polling station no. And yes, Kumakra me be jautrim. I don't want to go to the court because process is ni law amuko koti see they don't want to.
If you me who say yabe yenimu. I mean, I think it's a face I yabe chumu ako like yabe clear. Yes, yo hamo my way mu election MP lose obi lose the rightful person it's now outside that
Ghana
oh yes Amo
yeah okay after Amo yes I was
3 or 4 years but the time a court no
ombuama no na things the time
na so yeah
but yesua bibi free mu prof no ne group governance for me who say I say ye bibi about it the court nan kasa so sua ade free mu say and ye be issue directives ni mama election petition and I say parliamentary candidate issues be handle within a certain period of time. Sa ne ye no kakra every election usha senior na Leonard Kanu every election case and election related case court in fact NPP for case it has led to an improvement in our electoral process in one way or the other, from opaque ballot box to registration to when mostly no it's going through the court process and then prof no are picking up and I think it's say going forward no even if you are suspected say BBC and I say you through send the BC 2024 now yes, that is easier.
Okay.
There's an opportunity for us to start thinking about things beyond the court. No, then you be to me a year. Yabama obia feed as a na koma bejo kakra. Obia did the contribution. Baba, okay. Yenye say. 2013. Yeah, kono. Ena yebe who says he said there. Obia who can so obenya pink sheet or so whatever. From obia. And 2020 ne hu say eni say court na court 8 months na yete ho ne ayi and I say yema yenkrofo no so tie say court process no e governance administration on a system no ho eboa ema yekoye nim ukọ 2013 ekoma omo akru na nshi 2020 or 2021 ankoma akru no anshi next time sana university me na me hwe video bi a me hu say president and vice president omuti ho mo hwe your friend say
election petition
na kan and obi ayaba ko so nchen emi santa ne mahama omso 2013 omso show mo white omo hwe and I'm serious that's how the world is like that and there be kwamo ochina enkwamo sa na etie nti you build on it but prof who point to say yam pekon ya ba appoint ya kwai be be ya ba for appointing new electoral
me change constitution
let's cite examples to Bangladesh one more different system because of this political interferences here
no kroma why na your political in the eyes of the same politicians
no correct
media kwa politics
oh yes a media for the time there I mean like everybody just said want to me on can someone unya either blue or
red or green
why
yeah
just say me Martin Hammer can some because we are NDC and NPP there's a minimal dream of my own something to me in Kasa and I said I don't know but muna moya governance
enye yonkwa unim kwa utwame all the law atwa ehu so na the metran is democracy the man me de say enye written in stone democratic practice ti maybe as a society we meet challenge be just like you're talking about the electoral process from 1993 you now witness progressive improvement over time so we were hoping this one here can also be added to the improvement in the mefa Supreme Court do you be jitumua and that is what but we know it's also good because last time no the olusu no ojitu mu no one year appeal but where there also be appeal so the outcome of the appeal
can also be
help her
exactly.
They are always looking for those kinds of challenges and innovations. Nti the main American is democracy eboa or malkwan say who share challenge be find your local response and yet the American response or the British response will be on the way and the history then the culture and man will respond to issues. And in the same way, you know, electoral a year no, we are not bound to stay the way it is. Say you're innovative. Let's say bet me adwene ho say na wokan and no cross had the micrometer obi sim NDC ne bisu bebre me NPP ni because me kufu adwuma ne ade so that's their business, that's their problem. It's not a problem for me. So entino say ye betimi adwendwene ho aka say ade we high ni e bia ye sesano ye ni say ya ebeboa ye ne a na ye de adwena kom ti ahwehwe mu an se beboa ampa. Nobody stops her. We are not under United Nations rules. Say, oh, your system or some major approval. So, and that's why I made that point. And yes, I may say, or say a point to electoral commissioner. But the party is also munyam bibia. A bit more confidence. More ayoshemu say fear una electoral commissioner. Ya juutum. Nina siya nejina to finish this point. You know, ejina how the electoral commissioner chairperson. No. Will relate it to the party.
Exactly.
Yeah, for example, Madam for papa. I won't tell you so many things. But what I know, they say, oh no, we are handle all. Yeah. Over bonny cigarette, no, I can't no, now so case I did buy no or more crow look who's a seven previous. Oh, yes, more, won't you see? So now he was very effective in managing the parties. No be a personality
a difference
Charlotte dear senko Charlotte or said the uncle Jane the uncle then Chesa said be media different I'm necessarily bad but I'm making the point say importance so why a commissioner be and I remember move for a better way of relating to the parties because confidence near the human there's a relationship on a mammy suspect is a subject who pay me boni be idea I will not, you know, until honey idea he said me and his idea, not the idea of finding new because gun will be any way neutral. Me cram to me support. So no them support you know.
Send your baby a cover democracy free come so more there.
Oh papa.
But remember how back no chair Bangladesh for the any no. How omo ye na say be Ghana so you betimi asua bibi free man and the context of here can leadership asema started last week say transformational leadership. Yeah, shati na uni na can say 64 years Ghana you see abrabo kwan so yi. I say councils me enu nyina dia atum say o ya ba yenim kakra de in terms of justice delivery num ni ade kwa na say your court asem si a obi enim nkra obi chese obi kra no the court onim say asem we obetimi dia akọ court ebe boan until we have come far but nka ye betimi aye better than baby e wo ba yenko professor Enoch Entry associate professor science leadership consultant or charge so Wisconsin University prof anope mo akwaba so minim say afa na ahomachi ade kra e ba bechi wo US until we dey fa che say we na line so ache
Afia michia beja forty ho nyina em se wo do mo mo chew ncha no sen yan ya ye wo zoom no
yes
na
unim say no dey yes but
you will hear from my lawyers
electrical way na
na was asem we em se minua no makasa bebre me so me fidie ni temtimiti o mo nyina na me di kan me ma watiefo enyina me chia o mo me magana so etiri nkwa e di mfie adusia enan em se nka ya retire kra eja domelobo ye eyi auditor general minua makasa na the
domelobo
what can governance what can a law and law close ended and yama bebre wo ha na nka minyamra nka mechechra se ye lawyers are not trained to be leaders say maka with Moses Farmer any mini program bi so the problem was that lawyers ain't leaders but people assume they are leaders because okoye constitutional law no okoye civic law no other law they are not trained to be leaders but the whole world people assume say lawyers are leaders. That is not the case.
Prof, but before I bet to us, my member say, is there any profession a training a particular people so among leaders ana?
You training leaders. Leadership is a profession. That is obi akusia carpentry and also obi akusia so come my leadership is here. And the answer now be you training leaders. Our America ha.
Don't you think so? Initial comment when two generals or because lawyers are not leaders because there can be a lawyer and so on.
Maybe case into the Nyabotrema maybe case.
Okay.
The second one is that the law is the lowest bar in every society. And in society be a woman no. Emrano ubusua uko jail. Esa say enen se uri ha jampania wo form kra. When timi ani so a you don't fit to live in a society. And it is this amount for stromra as a so ethics and our moral issues. And no here and as any buy higher send the law.
Okay.
That is my second point. The third one is a perception index. So be assume say electoral commission our institution established with the law. Should be bottom dangerous.
Okay.
So okay. The mechanism is saying na bom na maboano na mayirepuduo. I'm summarizing it say a year Supreme Court judge be an America high friend no Benjamin Cardozo or can we be about judicial process or say nothing is stable, nothing is absolute, all is fluid and changeable. There is an endless becoming in the legal process. Pa say uko jina court na wudi asema yes I am ra any evidence na ready. But nothing is absolute, nothing is fluid. Public opinion so ho. What you say? Enti ni twetie nyina ni say foreign media a report to case ya matena waka ho asem nyina better than the whole Ghana the way I'm reporting no. And then me tell Reuters the way I'm reporting case no. Na ni omo kan ni say abana ye to ye no. Na nadu enya 51.59%. Mahama enya 47.37%. Court case ni nyina sa numbers we nyina na mae. I put it to you we kasana ko evidence na that we nyina na mae. Na to so mienu Reuters ka say Mahama issue the court ne say electoral commission no sabio owia vote no bi emma na nado enti na onya 50+1% no nanka wanya. What you say? And to me, some say na foreign media and also reported two. Or say court no, say allegations in yet without merit in trauma thrown away. And Mahama say or disagree with the process of the trial no, and the ruling of the court. And to process our problem, ruling is our problem. And to obey appeal. Well, I don't see a fan koda. May go back to moral issues. The perception out there say. As a Supreme Court no na almost show the woman no say on major witness box no mkasa. Is it true? Nobody knows. Is it false? Nobody knows because none a lawyer but talking about morality nyane here ne say some run it say enforce so say begina witness box mo a emra no so ensi wo ho kwan say beginam anti Jeff obi a ye friend no Jack Walsh no ye PNG CEO, Procter & Gamble CEO. I said, be no kind or say, Ube to be the 15 years I build with integrity. Or we bet me the 15 minutes I say no. Now, my men know what home quine say. And Kokojina witness box on her own accord. Say, me my Jumani say me ade. Yeah, the results in every police stations in the constituency in Aba. Me can boom, no senate here. None integrity, nini bibiano akodedi. No, what take you opportunity to talking about governance. We educated Ghana for say, ya Jumano, a lesson are one of the polling stations, and yeah, now Momono say, obi the shay ya, now you're wrong, and to say, and I will boy ya, and one ya become, na Cassandra Nasampo. It's not that chance. Now, as we sit now, no, Niakwa say, a binom again say, Charlotte. Echo favor MPP for it might not be the case, but that is the perception out there. So and now that moral right there, Obeba be Jinaho talking about ethics, not integrity, any posterity that no become was. But you say the other lawyer no one Chanika say you mistake near that way. Addition should not be a mistake. In fact, we're talking about percentages. Now Jumani is electoral commissioner, Jumani is all J results from other stations. Now what are they? Now elections and your core nipa 8 a year. In fact, we've not even talked about healing. We've not talked about healing. How omo lose omo dear ones you be heal omo. That is another leadership issue. Now you be gina ho explaining amra when you so utimi court for any reason. In fact, from America to Europe, utimi court for any reason. Ti onipa na court for reason na ya man na wanti asia nia ya mra no man ho kwan se or organize the election. No sabo bono. Edna ben the si no ho kwan se obegina ho kire se se na meka bo mu menyae. It would in case actually. But yeah, 1 year no a bad president because so before France Obama says here and why a democracy in year. And you know be a public servant and Rama who can say yeah use of mama dear. When the public needs you, avail yourself. The point no.
Okay. And do you envisage say we are okay omo ayekumomo basa say that issue was not before the Supreme Court. And when Supreme Court to cross them. This was specific about but who says Supreme Court the interpretation assembly at the Supreme Court. In other cases, they obey me they call lower court no. High court and that. But so all the come so na basa say ni ade na say ni all the can court now. The petition so call no man can omo mu wi asem Supreme Court. It's not in their
Nyameka me tofa me boni them say me the nyama be because of the time. Nyamede can say no omode call any there eto atwa. Supreme Court na make your decision. Say evidence no enye enough. I be more overturn the results in into no lose. Well, the whole world are reporting America say I did not even quote from Ghana media. I quoted from Reuters. And no accuracy. Near here me say and America say ma me no seemed. See when there's a word seem that comes in people are saying is that she seems to have been shielded. Okay. That is what I have from the foreign media. And so I'm just reporting what the foreign media say is that she seemed to have, the Supreme Court seemed to have shielded her. That might not be the case. But Emrano, not enforcing this whole witness box, we now testify. But Emrano's name sense in the coin. What am I saying?
Okay.
Make a sound of wisdom. And I want you to understand it from that perspective. Say, Emrana, a force of my bedroom, some runners and sons still quite. And to me, on my own volition, make me a bit now say, it's not some year public figure. Now, Uncrophobia, I said, be to Miss anti-senti, that chance, Semintino. Me, I will be now, some question.
Okay.
Because my human is a election results boom. Make it a bomb, send a minimum day. No maka na a clear doubt bia say na we are that channel obi nkwa use as a case.
Okay.
Me point no.
Prof any before cry oba so say na wo tie de na ye kana point we cry others have made the point. Prof from his governance year Juma wa year so many years for Ghana o make his point cry answer na o cry o dey ba bebo so. But na me person me make his point answer na yakọ me person me busa this question say isunsun so a wo hwe betimi anya our future elections. So say, sir, foreign media will go to Omunia. They are no better than Ghana media. There was a specific issue before the court. And the lawyers now say, yes, omo something different. Foreign media wrote us for omo can bro Barry actually we can any different. There was a specific issue before the court. So lawyers now are just dealing with the specific issue before the court. Voters cannot know better than the lawyers in the courtroom no. And that's what judges from this case. But again,
we are not on the same page on this.
Okay, no, but
on the same page, you know.
Prof, but again okay. About moral issue no. Moral issue there say are very different from country to country, even in society. Country back America wa muti omusi gay ni ade okay. And some of the states have legalized it. It's a moral issue. Yeah, different.
I'm saying you are throwing a lot of issues in here.
No, Prof Nyante masem na am kasa okay o dey koso e. Kasa.
Me ya me kasa so ka gay asema it's also boils to the law. I'm saying Ghana there are a lot of exceptions but there's even the reason why Professor Mills about the Constitutional Review Commission or Okofa Obiano or outside by when you are inside a system or blind side. Until me quoting yes foreign media no yes in Ghana media. Blind side. Now blind side who said this is the issue. Nyame say and some na yetina who put it in is about evidence. Many can want some about proof of burden, no, any vote partly, any overvoting. This issue, no, for evidence and court. The Supreme Court have judged. because a woman said the perception out there any dimension no akasa ono an personal integrity, which is the moral issue I'm talking about. And he said emrana enforce say begina witness box no some rano so nsi ukwan so begina what you must hear and he said me akasa emrano nsi ukwan ba no no aka say e ka kire Supreme Court judge say me akasa me begina ho question bi obi akọ obi ambusamia and ka accept the nasam ko
okay
and ka judgment here ye no that bi no obi ko gina kire and ko dwadwe bon be bia na nti saa
okay
so what you say
okay
enti na ka opportunity na ko asa educate Ghana for say you win elections by electoral commission by the police station enti on may see opportunity to educate people and then there's a possibility said that no obi be use that against her the same as Professor Janelle can say obi fufuro ba obetumi ayi na free one no ebia na onya boni bia but the perception out there could be wrong and it morally no she was obligated to have mounted that witness box and I testify I can honest with him
okay but okay my 2 point not to honum but I probably reaction be to that point now no making no council on and who so
my first point about the fact is and yet substantive, but I say lawyers are not leaders or are not no profession. If or say no professional, what means that you trainee business people and now governance people and now say lawyers and now say engineers or leaders. Until we yes our profession now person we a leader, then you go through the leadership because I know and the men but of course lawyers are not leaders and also okay then no by
but on only preamble no and I tell you are picking on lawyers
yes
but there can be a lawyer so I have to leadership against that or your lawyer can
and
into one idea to say what you can and our prof so what you to
you encoded and somebody decoded. Some person you can on another person.
Okay.
And nobody is any profession. They are leader and you're limited to a particular.
That is not their training. That is not their training. But onya.
Because there is no profession training for doctors are also not trained to be leaders. Teachers are not trained to be leaders. Nobody is trained to. That's the point. Lawyer and a lawyer just
exactly. But who what may you teach what may you professor now person who hold some leadership position you go through the rudiment of becoming a good leader. And when I go to medical school, you enjoy leadership. Yeah, idea is say me medical school I'm a good leader. And now me call political science department, I call political science. Now say yeah, me a leadership. That is a completely different. But maybe I'm a political science now, my degree now, and a business or whatever. Then, if I want to be in a leadership position, there could be a schooler. Then I can enroll in that school or understudy some people or learn on my own or take inspiration from others to become the leader that I want to, a good leader that I want to be. But that's not even on our side. Now, okay, Jermaine issue say, that is good. But normally, if we say, what court, what do court there rules near the age, yes, or can be about ethics and morality. And that is why, because that is a very, very fluid area. Intina yade mreye ejuma no. Emra ni atro da ho, ye nyina enim say A+1 emra. Na wo ka kire me say morality and ethics. Yen trying to baby ana. Why ni ethics na yade ye ejuma no? Why ni morality na yade ye ejuma no? Enti say emra no is o kan say it is the basic standard na wo fuma and into na no. Me na on that particular point no making is the basic. Into na wo fuma na ya punish you no for that. Into some run the yadi ye adwuma dia adentina ye do courtroom ho wo say me improve me case but still komu kokosa. Enya court ho na ye kan no. Enti so wo pese Jimensa ebe kasa obebi a maybe young lobby young make say be say national from the council of state for on betimi aba ho on betimi afra omo na omo akaka omo asem ho parliament now say ya cool say
ana cross say Jinme a bit me after a press conference after this court no the bibia to anymore not just when you court and maybe that's another way to go.
Yes, so because me told me apart from because what can be ankasa me ko gina ho na me ko kan asem bi me na me elect you me ko kan asem na me ye mistake na wo lawyer or the mra na obegina mra no so e de awie etiem a na morality na me de ko gina ho na say ethics na me de ko gina ho no
okay
ho anya minya anything
but why are you man see ye there better na kwa obey
no oh na prof ye na ya TBC ye mistakes we are human beings one no be from we can asem bi and I believe wa dwun kure edua so and I remember onu say you know at in office and the other colleagues no omo warfield omo no feed you with information me kai pass during the process no Dr. Director of elections or the same poll. Dr. Kwaku. Be home be send be radio station omo friend no be say be o say o train na me from regional director na me information in free because you can't know everything because you are not everywhere. Enti emrano na o say ye de ye adwuma na prof all can say yes me find say prof wo we na say obi make allegation say one will be grade beyond this episode onya as a student na ya is my issue na ko mpenifu enim na ya frɛ student no obegina ho wo say prof wa ma grade anase wa ma obi grade no say kan sam na me de meti obi na kan ye wontumi abubu prof wo be kasa wo be insist say because wa make mo ma me question na me nkasa wontumi improve the basic requirements I was we here. That me sure say prof that is your prescription.
So back to prof now I'm a Bangladesh na dey no can so yam bra ho because all they me very interested because enya won na waka say nkofo bebra ka say that chi bia going forward no say be ma Ghana democracy ya yeye especially it say ye nyina show 2024 2028 say wan hwe ade keka koyi aye kon aye no wan hwe obi be ka say won ko han ho court into a share polling station and yatinga by yatinga bibia no de abochi ma e be dangerous am. How do we fix it is one of the main things keka ko leadership subject na ka say e be ka no emu ba kan so me pe comment on this issue say and perhaps e betimi a shift kakra ma ya the morality about in the courtroom.
No na Leonard I can be but Naneje Bafo Ekasano he made a very interesting point. Okay say from the onset no o demonstrate bibi e be kire say electoral commission be yi anu ana ka ebiom timi kire bibi say ni even the court would have said say no there's a question to answer. And my more example in the 2013 election petition and when the petitioners cast almost pay no when the respondents cast almost pay further and better particulars Supreme Court ni hwe mu kan say o hwe petition dia bana there are some gaps in there. Are further and better particulars the necessary said be filling gaps no petitioners no also petitioners almost seeking for interrogatories no Supreme Court no share can say interrogatories no say it's going to shift the burden on the person grant but in mu bisa no to assume say there are some questions that must be answered to expedite the trial na je ba for kasa no okay from the onset no the petition one demonstrated she and say Madam Jane Mensah also oba ebedi adanse. Ne prof council ya no kure say or no taking from the point of view say okay you are in a public office. Inti say why you be enye. O say oh yeah bra be kire. But it goes back to what we are saying say you have elected the forum you go to. So be willing to play by the rules there. Say there's issues of morality ebebemwa can very fluid. To what standard? Because there are 7 justices. Definitely, even almost standard of morality are very different. Even we as Ghanaians, member penny 1 penny, senior penny, props 1 penny. So what's the standard we're going to use? In the better, say let's go by the law because that's the forum you have chosen. If you're not comfortable going to the law courts, as I said, there are several other democratic means of expressing your grievance. But who choose to say law courts now be called there? I think unfortunately you should be willing to play, but so that we can have some level of consistency even within our democracy. Because meaning say me court means Supreme Court on can say if you on shaka say in our minds na say okay on grounds of morality any say etina me kwa on make say I think the morality say na dania it creates no consistency, no precedent, and hokra no and people will lose their faith in the court because me make court na to say but I can play my card. In fact, there's even artificial intelligence now in the US and all. Say even some cases grandson be court no ultimately the facts na share system name and one be more decision no. Now yeah.
Who can obey
me? Oh, I see. And yeah, no, CJ back no person here with the justice system.
No, even justice just for even in your law office or law firm no, what lawyers no qua into assume now okay now on better type your system name. System no pick up all the laws, all the precedents. Now, actually, all the court a chance of winning 70%, or chance of winning 15%. So I'm here if you don't make sure that no same way there, you pay another means of going to court. That's that level of consistency. You see, a court needs to be built. So see, machines here, see, starting here called by morality, ethics. There's no consistency. Even if it was a system, I mean to jump.
Okay, and then the point to make to why morality near
exactly.
Judge no morality and not judges no morality because on the bench judges no beyond the moral standard.
Oh,
the 2013 election petition.
As beyond communication here, encoding and decoding.
Yeah.
So idea had in American is main accusation of Mekayo na mo antie ni ye or say votes were added to Nanado's total in the police station.
Yes.
Enti nyomo accuse ma say owiabi mo antie ni yo owiabi di Canada one san wonya 50+1. That is what international media are reporting.
Yeah, but the international media didn't read the judgment, so because in the judgment, so the court gave a ruling on the
law. I'm to say, votes were added to Nanado and San 50+1. Then Tisa, no one accused my minister or no added, but my meaning added. So that is where morality and integrity comes in. And to or no mankasa judges no. And to Emrano say yan shawsa bejina hona kasa. Emrano so stop us bejina hona kasa. And to me yankasa me say mea. Me awe bejina kasa musi mi wiya mo hina mi wiya mo say na me nya and I'm bebo bono no. Asa o jina say
okay.
No, but going back to
na je back program. My embrows in it too.
Afia. One in just a second. Me pesa prof ti ade bi ase uko America more lawyers are presidents than any other profession. Britain, more lawyers are prime ministers than any other profession. The decision to become a good leader if you are nobody can teach you in a classroom. You can get some knowledge of it in a classroom, but that determination comes from you as a leader. Who read the Lee Kuan Yew book? No, Bekachira will say Lee Kuan Yew was a trained lawyer from Cambridge. Post-independence, not only model BR. He traveled around Obagana. Oba Inobehu say, "Yeah, practices socialism. You see, a friend is agrarian economy. Meanwhile, the emphasis on our training was on liberal arts. He went back to his country and said to himself, say, look, he was going to put emphasis on science and technology education. Nobody taught Lee Kuan Yew this in a classroom, even though he was a lawyer from Cambridge or any regional.
Learn from models.
And wisdom, models from where? He engaged.
Wisdom even is taught. Wisdom and kasa yexre.
Obian watching answer.
I have a book that is coming out. Yeah, wisdom is the extra wisdom.
Answer Frerade. Bible says the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Frerade. If you are, I mean, call assembly so. Assembly say, show. Sometimes, we had opportunities to study outside. Now, what you become exposed to outside, over far now what the aba Abra, you don't even understand the sociology of the people. And you be beyond the working wa butcher the working wa. So what I say, you different people. So it is said, ye sponsor even crano, ye scientists, ne abodi and some much for pharmacists, no near there. A carbons a ruby crave frabro chirebano, and yan my yen. So a carbons and yan my yen. If we say, ebia, ye exposure, the tropics, no nearby be very different. It is here quite near ye exposed to a bruchine near mano. Yan to your book with the how ye person yet to say, chinchina, and also ye my ye different. If you are with the election a course one. So with the election a course one. If you are a kind, mamma, you are too a body we no. The pink sheet. Or the good website so if you are or the good website so a bin see that it will come say you are to a very you see are publishing all the results pink sheets in our photocopy was scanning in our good website so and no matter all the media houses if you are obia your copy the projections even before the main results came out you UTV I'm a gentleman. I did say, so what I say, if we are accountability, baby, and only a tossum, if you are witness air quad that camuno, or quad that camuco, there are principles. So we share the evidence actor. Maybe a crowd who share the evidence actor. A child will say, Nipani quad that camuno. So a child said, Nipani quad that camuno. He must be a competent witness. First and foremost, as someone that jaguno, or we be careful or onim dia cost or someone can ever boom a court to know a boating. So just I don't know, yes, a court, your quad that camukwa, and brow. So if you are your friend, be said opening the floodgates, opening the floodgates. Wow. Some rain no ye de sisi wasan ye beya sabia nyaado ochira obi fiti obi aye preko pa wose wo court obi aye preko pa wose ya to abawie me nye onya agyen makokot okay electoral commissioner maame so woni shidisia ene ye betena da kamu afia ye beto abawie bia nka obi be court so if you maintain a certain level of standard nipa na oba court no ono so accept asodie bi dane so saa asodie no ono no wa discharge saa asodie na ansa na oye den oba court what I say na me de me say asodie na da me so me discharge me pink sheet kura no magia to mu say in the witness box me gi to mu say let me what 38,000 representatives each and every polling station. So what I say, each and every polling station, we want 38,000 representatives for her. But you told me say obia nya pink sheet ni bi. So what I say, then so if you pink sheet no maybe the idea me say me fam ma me dey ahyemechi. Ehyemechi and I'm say okay me fam ma o dey kofa o dey bra me nhye. If but now we feed you so akanda ayet se sebi obi a wachi afafranto ahye ne nsem no de akọkire professor baafo agimadua sanse yese professor baafo agimadua yanyansani yese prof aboa na ehye me nsem yi wawu ana se owonkwa na prof akase wawu prof kase wawu pene ma biem se de be a obi abehu se sebi se ne akase prof ni nyansa no ni nyansa saa na anase prof kase aboa no owonkwa wawu a na afi owonkwa na mamia na manawu afi obi o se wa se prof se aboa no awu o na article se onim nyansa se onim nyansa saa enye saa ne ye no so what I say if you enye saa ne ye no aboa no wo se uobi fa ne bra wo se me fa ne ma na wow the greatest responsibility, the greatest form of accountability, in fact the least form of accountability even as a litigator wo kura no se won discharge you ma me nko adakam but wo de documents their own farmer. Afia, do you know another danger? Share questions are petitioners, edit good paper so by way of interrogatories. Say electoral commission, or say electoral commission and answer no. Who questions no? If you are who questions no.
Questions now, petitioners in the court, no. Interrogatories, okay.
If you are a business, say, why be so of so a transmitted results from collation centers, from regional collation centers to the national collation center. If you are, how relevant is such a question?
No, but council, I know they are very relevant in view of even last election, 2016 elections, and there was a comfort truncated transmission process.
Ohima, repatriate Togo. Sebi. When this sem was ye the ejam. When he SM was ye the ejam. She what results will be? What you have to say will be? So I say, it is a who case in the say, ye transmitting on your master. So I say, the least responsibility, the least burden on you. And they say, what Baba can say, maybe results will be right? Make a case here near. You'd rather now the damn quail kufuado. So 51% no on your day onya. So no. Now mum ya transfer result, ya transmitted results will be the assessment.
50+1.
Sorry, me patcho me that say. 51% no. 51% no. Why they where nyagesa. Na fe no e wono wasem no na sabia nyaado e wono e pass mubo eno na mpanyi se sabia hwene ete mpanyi ne mebi nyira eno obia no obeka sefo asem pakodo enti wono na wasem no ato asunu aba na wo de o meka say results be asesa through the transmission so o meka say results be asesa na o meka say results be asesa no the transmission no what is the relevance of the transmission. So it is our question say no say o manipa ne kwan say o misa o chena Afia obebisa o say aduane be na isi kura odiye na isi omuti voting day no okodai anasa wana oh court renting ya de mraye adwuma no at time bia no the emphasis is on relevance. The emphasis is on relevance. If you are sabi, you say obi nyang na on kawa on fene say ye den enchrewo. Obi adika fene say achrewo say question say na bi bebisa. E ma court na kasa question no ye relevant. O si di pa den court na adakam. No court na adakam a so no asa akobisa na sa questions ya enye relevant no. So na court no ko rule say questions na ye relevant ntie ma o misa. Still, why insist to say, and answer what persist to say, court no air shield no.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Be any petition week Supreme Court be ye. Okay. Be a petition is no fair.
You council, Mammy now I say, assembly, you better also on leadership matters in the but Mammy now I say for now. A prof, or any comment, and they are moving call leadership because that's their main and command day to us one.
Sir, many on Mamaka say ye na a tolerable hand carrying to Fanka, none of my boo one chassis and never teaching me. But I was so betting me, I bet in Ghana, I bet radio or Ghana. When I went to this over betting so far, idea Bakwa now okay about idea Usia wa Bruche now or the bay. Well, yet research be a crown a bit me replicate our different environment. And on yes, Anna, Name Patre. We are trying to open the right door with the right key. So na near you have our leadership when we say you're true about now you're 51%, 52%. Now another party you're 48%, 49%. For 4 years, you know, almost 48, 49, a fully 52 no sad down, no baby because in your chrome you filter nyama in political colors. And it's a woka sena sebi nyansa semukra ni yekas this no MPP ni target obi antie obi because that is how you tie nyama MY. And you know, you hear this passionate way I bet you any man when I'm crofati as you say it, the bomb in Amabaso, the way you discuss this.
Problem, I mean, I say, back to a leadership assembly, but Prof, una now my example from Bangladesh ne
Afia,
how oh but Prof very important say said the omo fa yi omo electoral commissioners no once any nyina na atakra so kana senior so e kan ho asem kan particularly about say Afrajan time as na consistency kakra Afrajan ko breo
obre papa
omo buboni di no say na me say edu baby wo papa no kra na chese no dey on fa boganye so en dey ono no bagawa bibiam fa be free Afrajan ho and ya bastardize electoral commission nessa na issue now raise about trust gdie ene ahoto so aye benya ewo isi no no na wa anhwe ya ochene bi ebetime de ntokwa abate say dey esi wo other countries nti ho no how do we solve it
if we are solving enye easy example bi ana member about Bangladesh it's simple omuno ebeka 6 months ni ato aba president no o free ho na chief justice or act so no more put together a commission to run that election after the election do be when no abefa na chief justice okono baby na commission funds wo moko it's a way to bring that kind of so-called integrity to the process. Whether it works for them or not, I'm not the one to say. But at least it shows a shred a kwamfufro bi ewo. America kra me away. So them some election no and just centrally controlled. Federal government on count. States now and the National Electoral Commission, whatever the name is no. In fact, omo kra de be na media na announce that. In fact, that's where I thought we were moving to with the last election. Also, the last election, minimum about peace. But at least
yeah, we projected. Yeah.
We 2020 deal, 2016.
2016. Yeah, young calling.
That was the first time.
Multimedia.
Very good.
Multimedia, they are
exactly.
But I have said
exactly.
That
was the first time. Almost like the American way. Because
but multimedia has been consistent. That was part of the team for 2000. It was
great.
It was called even at 2000.
But the point I'm making is so system here transparent. Easy for everybody to see and even know who is going to win before the electoral commissioner announces. Transparency, no. And I'm feeling we're working towards that. And there is something wrong. Either say parties now more manipulations near because almost stubbornness, the minimum perceptions, a massa dear number. Until me mark a medical say if we say there are ways. Now said the person maintain ye way which is fine. And then I was said trust and confidence in your electoral commission. Restore. Now how do we restore that? So we say we because I need you no free ho. But in the free hard ban, how do you also expect say or no be satisfied? And then I will see a pep point beer. The ban say me fancy a point here. There should be certain consultations. Should the president be the only one who nominates to the Council of State and say yes? And I say leading parties a role in determining who becomes. All these are ways they bet me aye. Near build the confidence in the electoral system. Because you near the same yesi kono. Say ehu kakra. Na still amaka say ehu kakra so me sawo confidence for Ghanaians mu say yani makan baby ye a way of managing our own crisis. Me nyini say beti praka amobi akofatuo ni ma even though on a localized level no esi say ne tachi man nipa say na say me nsa wu ye. In every election we have in this country nipa wu by the way. In every election nipa ba ko bi wu ye bobi bo obi aba obi ebru obi esi in every election in this country. But the fortunate thing is that
since 92
me na me catch check the records na ya na maintain yes a localized conflict. It doesn't degenerate into communal conflict and not to talk about national conflict. Intini ye we be a maintain the conflict management and mano explode and only the best in saving us. Inti tachima die when your first manipa wu by elections and the other say nipa twa nipa to ni ade now I'm not saying that is good enough. It's not. So we need to find a better way avoid these suspicions near the other. A combination of things. Public education is important. Comportment of the electoral commission, certain understanding of the political parties, and playing by the rule across board. When you know your idea, bet me go into details. Near Shekwaya, a bet me a battle. I ask you,
now, who say political parties in play by the rules because it is elections we before a year come IPAC or started in Tokwane starting IPAC meeting we be call we nko and I can say we electoral commission leadership we call for do bebe bia ye benya and na lo anti focus what of CJ in the event in the case of Bangladesh experience so the bar
that's when the point is
when a friend meanwhile judges say what Supreme Court nyanso be the appointee
exactly
in fact when judges in be just support for instance NDC promoting MPP promoting into oyede Justice Tanko NDC promoting MPP promoting into oyede even Justice any boy yo or ACJ where NDC promoting MPP and some of do say nti na la kind very obi okofa Yesu bakra mijiri se Ghana ha ye benya kwan pam NDC na MPP atare ahye Yesu
the beba ne say obi asruted for so but bibe beba near the parties menu ato nche near nya nitra ibi ne ya chat the way forward.
I think that would be the solution.
That's my laughing thing. I mean, some become more. Until I'm the kind.
I mean,
because it's on our third force.
Who said third force? About your lifetime. But in the point, Prof, maybe we should, say, start here dream going forward, how our Yebe tries to restore the image and reputation of the Electoral Commission. And maybe, let me say, to regain the confidence.
Yeah.
Even though Afarijan, no money naturally here and then, somehow, no, none of them felt to say, Afarijan, you were in Nipa, and I say, I'm opposition, I'm kind of different, but that's normal with politicians. I'm opposition, I'm kind of different, I'm about Abai Muswa. Maybe I would say I started dreaming going forward, even if it would take amendment of the Constitution now to a year. Maybe already made decided said. Since our Prophet Kasana made dream who said maybe we could do by appointment in the make sure the appointing body should be putting a temporary body beer or mobile like from institutional heads. Into between what I said. Ebia Chief Justice also CCR. Nayafa trade union for TUC for Omo leader. Ebia candidate conference. Your president. Chief Imam. You put two Omo together. Then people like Prof and for people manage applications. They will go through the process and then whatever happens, then they will select one of them or two of them, put them before Parliament. Parliament vet them. And then
as one comes or they are dream be back. If you close to your mind, they say, there's always a way out of a problem. Until you've been made down, I would do it.
That was the idea. But I council baby your point.
No, maybe
leadership assembly last week, before Bebakra, probably exactly 64 years. Agani Okoji independence or Sajo focus so the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. But and Dr. Domfa Beye a Yamaya or ye encontana bagani sika semwa HIPIC status and ye drew a debt to GDP ratio no 74%. See, middle income tina yen to me call HIPIC, but clearly ye drew HIPIC. On Maya Yaji independent. Last week near Busa question say is it transformational leaders near lacking and now adding no mind we say we're looking at a solution. What will it take? Nagani to me as a sign a shipwreck completely. Yaku baby la ta ko be person best at here on my.
No professor.
Oh, they are mama.
Oh, they show come.
Come you know ga anyway.
Na ya governance expert nti.
Meka kakra. Omu se wo hwe mfie duosia nan a Ghana ye di ni nei. Ekwan bebre so no beka se enoma nko yie maye o senka yedi yanim bebre ifri se amaya ye no mu fitin ase in the 1950s no especially omo free Asia no bebre ayeye kama se kura ye ko omo ho ekobo busia epemwa enti wo hwe ne sa ade na kese ye nya ade so ena me so memfa ye ho meto African countries ho se Africa ohwe bibra Ghana de ye kakra fisa oko Nigeria se Togo se Benin se Zimbabwe ye kakra mem nye ne sa efri se ye ni se Nyankopon ebo ye man yen eni achede o de ma yen eni nimdi o de ma yen no menka se omuni bio na me ka Ghana asem ye de me gidi se e wo se nka yetimi aye ne chance timi mfa me ho entoto Africa for na ni nyina gina asem a antiafu a wabusai se leadership transformational and assessing na otwetwe mu ameba ha no me kan say leadership no ne type me no pe obi o leadership expert bia be ma different kinds of definitions he be ka se esua bi se esua bi se de wo ne ade the tomu an say through experiences and knowledge and exposures no that's one nyansa you pick it up and it helps you to display leadership na mienu near positioner on the otiho near a human on the den a woodie near a transformational while basso so would the leadership no de sesa nema amaye yanya bi nkroma ba ye nyina nim ne oyeye e kwan bebre so no oboa papa no kore no kwan bi so no especially e ba ne last for 3 years so e no man ko yi ama no ama oman ni nyina ye nyina nim sa we history buzi abaye no mfie bosome sa aduonu nan sa aduonu sia pe ne etu no so nti ono ye hu the ultimate breye enso kra no those few months no rural development na ne big yi ofiti ase maaye na soldier force so be hihye mu anyame adom since 93 there etimi aso republic 44 mu a nyina apo so kamai to see the initial 93 fourth republic no ye be ya ehun asem ka den kakra efri say won matimi a change won aman no nyina over Singapore, Malaysia, the recently developed, you know. Even European countries, also said there was a time on. No more monarchies for periods. And Scandinavia, also no, almost minimizing monarchy, no, but still almost maintain. But almost
2 million
above. So they were there for a period of time. Because a man's son, sabi in previous, ukro mo means the son one day. Nti wo hwe man so ne kasa wo mfie nan fase samanya edin se si a waka ba bi say ya akwaye hepe if it's a ban bia ba because of the system ya create ama ho no he's in a hurry to do something to impress us nti bibia ni so ya kra no when is going to no akobo bisia no de abeye bibia ni akobo bisia because can ni ho and we are not working to build the economy yen create wealth nemom you specialize in consuming
the wealth
exactly the wealth intino enye nwanwa say wo can be wo ko to obi say or happy na nwanwa because president be our best in this republic dia na or person we be dia okobobisia into the first limitation on transformation of this country any say leader ba mfie nine actually so mfie nwotwe no so oko Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and all those countries, they took almost 30 years, 25, 28, 30 years of the transformer here. Now, can you know, ko bakumu, Benkumu, any akase, and maybe new big convention 2020, we buy now, can you know, and as NDP, if we almost be a 40-year program. And Kate Miajatum say, you plan for the next 10 years, 15, 20 years in year. Then you know, to us, say, me ba for me ba, metuaso. Papa lawyer ba or beto aso na nke ye ne sa nke ba me ahu some difference ne se si a ye system bia party bi ba de meme ye no enya no fe papa kro enya ne fe o so ko pam ne bosia na o de ye adwuma foforo maye na no e ba ye sa time na awe husem bi si se Kumase na a champion was ye complex a maternity complex huge complex for 45 years abambi obabi atena ho sa ama say ye bubu agu afa ne say ye pese say
it's a big shame
any gracia kra ni nyina gina say obi ba ni obi ayasi ho no memfa mensanka na mmom me mekwa ko bobisia nya say sikampo ko bobisia e say oil e ba ya ni adwin se be beboy bu so obi asa oil ni sika no ya ye ne den ye nim because ya di tua e ho ka because all mamu na say wo revenue no wo the 75% etua ka say now they call capital development say now they ya kwai they say you person ya gata kra okon bi ho a ekobo busia ne de aye so enti ama leadership issue in the country no for me that's the first level aye hu hey say okofa angel so omra o medi o man so with the same system I are creating now I can tell you say in 4 years you know angel no obedwane akọ baby ofri buy it's a Ghana for man kwai so it me first a year make the system I are creating a limited transformation of the country now e be changes one just say me new kan we talking about constitutional reforms near changing normal bebre emu the here me power transformation and the governance structure say constitution no the power bebre ato omampanyi obeba so na at the district level I was saying can nipa ho na power free back eba national level no ye ni power districts need power enti o here bibia so bank ran and no limit your growth enti ye transformation ye ma leadership na nkasa and free the local levels so we share countries bebre amaye democracy for long time who some painful emerge no they emerge through the system so into free baby university na immediately na wano abai with me kasa kesi enti no na aban bi president bi afa no ayo minister won see dan da won to won ye hwe da and so politics enti no na abai minister the experience the background the exposure and the depth of knowledge that you have it may not be there some are good I'm not saying so yes I'm not saying that but generally no that doesn't help so into local leadership transformation of the country not just you share normal be free your structures you are creating the system you are creating we need to begin to change that in order to allow good leaders to emerge.
That's very interesting. What do you think? A system na say constitutional reforms and I say dey na be change be ma to me do China na Singapore na Malaysia for
asema profile boss and then I can't me because always I've been thinking about myself say your system no na enye LCS system and say bibi foforo but because say na me compare even those days and that's whether they still call them Asian tigers and the other countries whether they started with the same system and some no mudu and I don't think so because some corner the system
oh okay
even Leonard not refer to Rwanda. The moment I can Rwanda I do about 2 months say yes maybe we will talk about fight this or more some semblance of democratic but there's some element of dictatorship.
Yes.
Do we need a bit of that in our system to be able to progress? And I've always maintained, I mean, Debia Makase, the person who had the greatest opportunity in terms of transforming this country prior Papa Rawlings,
yeah.
For at least 11 uncontested free because and then by now so because at that time no be inform me court time because a human right court no court one no so no abeka human right as o kan obi nkan and we share those Asian countries now that's what they did and to transform it is after that in the meaning say omoye democracy ni why but I me say as a young democracy ne be di enim na afi na ye be doing development na the problem abran enti sisi an de ye be hia leader bia why na doing say even if me kwana one time me pekra na me kwa na metumi asesa nioma me kai say I think President Kufuor on obeko no kan say on doing say
it was
4 years is enough but as usual they are politicizing.
Yeah, Gina Temka.
I'm fan quitri. I'll say I started your dreams and your man. So 4 years, I win 8 years in a year, a beboa. Boa, then never say year farm. Your constitution, at least from who read it as anybody be our call law school, crowd from constitution. But say, never be our one. Nipa bi na ya omo ya dream unti na ya constitution is you moving on. I was saying you brace is send another prophet too much power. I had me kai say 2017 and then I go for the certain appointment be na omo year. I'm like I mean why do we do this to ourselves? Ain't small companies in the idea mu nyina na President now say appointed board ni hwan enu hu na no amboyen and now send a prof we can know about the local level America ka krebia me kotina ye no adeba kwa me hu when they say nobody cares about even sometimes even the state governor community no mu hono e kwa na omo ye bibia they will hold their leaders or one accountable omo ya omo bibia nti krono kra na me fansa abekan ha na say e say ya omo bra separate as if say bibia nti
omo police force
omo bibia look like obi doctor we school I just obi tina ministry no we post na kwa ha wako training college wie na obaye yi adwuma I just obi tina nkran no we post too nkrase bebre omo nye adwuma.
But this weekend, na me team, Vim Foundation or Central Region, village be or Nyame aniwa, hospital ni ho. A kwine na obe faso kra obe du ho no. And cry asem. At a point here, me say no, e bia ya. And I feel na me sense true because a run kwan ya come na say ya nam forest mu na ye ko. But this is part of Ghana.
It's not even far from Accra.
Yeah, Central Region ya o. Ko fo agigi microfinance susu fo agigi wo mu nyina esika. Na ube ko na nkola nketo ye che o mu drinks na nkola account ko na volunteers in Bambi o mu fi Accra ko ye o mu wanwa. Na say you should see how privileged you are.
Yeah.
So what ya crowd did free o hwe kan ye ni ho omo school kitwa bi e ho no ma president Kufo koye toilet kwa man kola no if you say president Kufo free ho no toilet ni nya adwuma how can this be done president Kufo free akonya no so ano water ensure e pompe eco toilet ni no omo say rubber bi asay keke and kola no including girls omo teenager omo ye menstruation no omo nyina ko bush
Inti say district I mean assembly ni ye adwuma omo accountable to them omunum say maybe ombekọ me ya to omo so aba on train my president MPC came free crime brand one sana onu abene inti I will say you say ye dey na akoye say the frustration dey dey for exactly but developed countries and many other countries no omo the frustration na profit can not me share Joe Biden no more man who history about a certificate in Krum.
Exactly. Delaware.
Exactly.
We'll go through the process now and send over to national level. Yen then your certificate so now you dey see form. Your certificate also you dey be form. That is part of our problem. Your decentralization issues you know. But we of course, constitution review there to baby. Young dream who be young who should be. Development in the
you don't see anything.
Oh, if you are in Fiency.
Now, a banner, sir, you're disappointed. I'm President Kufuor because you're a lawyer.
I'm hugely disappointed. Right now, I'm a middle class person. Let me find something from me who's a middle class person. But honestly speaking, look at something my mind is okay. But which is also dangerous. Which is also dangerous because then you be jam omo to me in kasano. No
decide
and as omo suffer because we are and that is gradual. That's how the middle class has been. They don't talk. They don't want to contribute to anything because because o kan kra nkosi aga o ya dem kra nkosi bibia ya ntago umpu a omu mfi wu ni ade it's I'm hugely disappointed so many things and see
David, and who mean
but prof also tin as you and he's not alone prof and you on nko nipa bebre in fact ye programmer answer na obenye obi pa mo akasa no prof ye bre because obi a obe friend bi onimpa o se me nkasa memba Afia minimpa de we minim se me na metimi me nkasa obe me ye memma TV so me ba ye be ye me ba ye be kan so bi se ma be mabu Ghana na me kan kwa kosisen it into here transformational leadership prof the big issue was here come wasem is how we even take in confiding chire because nipa no turn dog chains wo ha no but oba no te domi market na gbogbo hia na tema station no obi a should have a say wo my way mu but so be kan fra no pakosi anajo me o de me teacher nie me teacher no me ono abu na de na won dwene ho na won go school yi na on to a law yi so na wuti because do baby you just give up prof you just give up prof you just yen kora no mu de wo akukudo because uje won waye adwuma we san say na matena TV so akasa saa na ye di watam so saa ade na wo say me ha me ho committee me baby a me ye adwuma gi me pay I don't need to be talking
that's true
na my ade prof I don't know because you can't transformation leaders una okofa Rwanda assemble but they na senior council we can want them say omo there's a bit of a first a dictatorship perhaps be a democracy and said na senior council can no yeah pray who ko yeah democracy no dodo e bi anka dictatorship ne mu ne wa ka e bi anka be ko ye ni mana
pacho we be mesra ni die asemo abusa no obeka na mamenka kakra bi say dictatorship man year in Africa is the best place in the world
okay
sana pesa
okay
the dictatorship dia misro
how about a democratic dictator
Rwanda style no be
no a friend benevolent dictator
come is a
benevolent dictatorship you know even though say ebia muntimi nkemi so oye adwuma no I mean with Kagame nkofo criticism of him na say I mean obi opposing a policy and then bakwa ira and ebia nkofo ntimi nkasa but most on the other side ka say at least nyema na ekoso in fact I met a story about Singapore where Singapore so I think Singapore is also this kind of benevolent dictatorship now they have it in their system say I think they initially if you committed a crime the punishment was just drastic I think they even ukoria pencil grand great mikun so it's become part of their system they say even now I think one woman was telling me I said no BT baby using a laptop one day now I think the minimal use of fair mu die so ja hokwa ni refie oba next day no obi afa laptop no apepa ho they share robem e dey ato ha man
that's right
and that's the level of culture they have to the point that en cross wa dwuze mi ko riade then cross man dem ko akoya ade bone onam ho obi bi to form osika to form no bi from madam one take cry ye fa de ko to baby na e ja to wa be san baba beto and that's a culture we lack Now, going back to the benevolent dictatorship, is this something we should adopt? Now, senior can say, we say, or within Ghana, your history, at the time of Rawlings or Beamono, that was the best time we could have actually made an impact because for about 11 undisturbed years now, he was in control. Now, the truth of the matter is that development happens or ought to happen from the district level, just the localized system. Now, I mean, example now, Maya of Ovim Lady Foundation. It means, there's a community where Omo district chief executive,
assemblyman,
then now, no, my dream home that brave me say, in Penny one school now, we so it's not for president, we so it's not for minister of parliament. But how about sending these educated people to the district level? Imagine, say, leaders here and Prof Norcano, those leaders are sent to the district level. I mean, generally, as part of your culture, you see them good district chief executive, POB, GSSB, SSB, investigate, but imagine, say, the top.
They say they are catching for you.
Oh, no,
but yes. Assemblyman, then now.
Yes. Okay. I mean, totally at the district level. No? Yes, at the unit committee. But it's all the experts we have, they are committed, I think, say, we will rise. AB and your lawyer can, I mean, I think all hope is not lost. Heavily the issue is attitudinal. And sometimes, I mean, all kind of consultative reports of the 1992 Constitution. What me who say, I mean, these people, they reflected the views of the people and cannot be say additional constitution. In fact, the Council of State, I think the number say the Council of State should be a whole chamber on this, so not necessarily just an advisory body. But it happens that it wasn't translated into the constitution. So I think, I think that at the local level, if there's a way to pay attention to that unit or to that aspect of governance, but Michelle Lawyer Nima still or insist to say idea no. One she and
I don't know, but if, I mean, to you, Prof, more that space, you know, as we speak, you know, because me papa, assemblyman is there. I mean, was assemblyman me cry for a very long time. I don't know what else is here and so
sitting allowance.
Unit committee fund. I mean, also because I think the lowest of all is the unit committee.
They don't function.
They don't function. They have nothing. Absolutely nothing. But
because
my village, baby, I'm a village one. This you know, on to me every day. But assemblyman and a unit committee, you know, only the Otikromo hobby, only Niakoso, and it's at least. Even some fund the big cramp or more access to our community no more farm here the Ambra. Nayan fund and you bet me the abo mom there. No, you don't come to person no cramp your money she. Into I don't know also Hanu. Assemblyman no on said near Yibia. Into I say no. Into this is chief executive in Ukraine Onisika. Or the Juma. Into or train.
But I don't know Nisika because yet na cry and na contract to cry near sign wakra. That's been contract near sign wakra. Enforcing it against the district. Naming of streets near Tnahania. From NDC and people munyinaba. They claim say they believe in local government, but omoba mutna local unim say do at a point prof at a point to minister of local government here unim so mutumi twabo ma DCs no DC bia for 5 million bra osumi bia na ye dey go you don't know what they use it for. Mean what how much money in a court district omuti into ya cry na minister no assign baller contract into busa DCs ni bebre me na say yeah baller investigation oko busa DC say DC na ye den na mama baller contract say me dey minimo metiana ye say company we family
so mfa no ho say ebe say anye edwumo mfa no ho
council me so be ko krase bi won ye name street no kwaku bedu street me wa kwan no port chese e kwan potopoto but obi tina cry na award this contract no Abranka says he can hear signboard no. Kebeti me cry the atola try to cry good to amana ye feeder road. But nobody is doing that.
It's back to my point. Media muna mo didi that media
Afia what you did
Afia no cry no ye can you Ghana ye problem no. Na ya na nipa nwene ho. Any this decentralization ye nye no. Near centralizing no more. A quick example. Okay. Say Abaya Banyina and this in MPP. Local government. Almost say ye pese ye sanitation. Intina ahano center no order dustbins. Thousands of dustbins. Na omo etihano na afi this wudieni. Omo je contract no. Inti district no all they do is to wait instructions from Accra. Enti emma omukwa ye na sabim produce ye nwene what they need to do for their district. Eno na medi kaka say we defeat the practice of democracy in that way. Democracy starts from the grassroots. This one more omukwa no na nwene am plan and implement here. How do they function? Now think na wo dwene ma won, na wo plan ma won. E be de ko be ka say we ye dia. Nti bibi kona say enti ase enye ye dia nye de bai oti also nkrase for mu here school maybe they need a school but it's not the kind of school you have in mind so enti no say enti me address this issue of decentralization the block where enti nye na and say president bi obeba bia no and a party bi obeba power no they think they have greater control over the country by maintaining the centralized system. That's why we need maybe some kind of class suicide. or say government be back as a look. We know we are going to lose by making these changes, but we're going to do it for the sake of the country, not for their own parochial.
Prof, Dr. Edujemfio, KNUST, Kwame University of Science and Technology. But Prof, I found first. Last time I called Doc on Prof.
Yo, Afia, me da same say make say we na mama mi nua na matwa so. Yan ha no, ye sorry ntem. Ye ka leadership say e ade enan enanum. Ye di kan no e ade ban e trait. Ye toso mienu no e ability. Ubetumi ana wuntumi. Ye toso miensa na e skill ana nimdie. Ye toso nan no e behavior ana suban. Ana ye toso num no a relationship enuaye. Enema num we and a leadership. Na America ha mamencho baby ayedu ye ka 5 minds for the future ye hwehwe wo kromo ha America ene manum ye hwe ne di kan ye the disciplined mind enti ye kire ye school ni nyina no every KG ekosi high schools ekosi university no ye kire the disciplined mind how akwala obey discipline ehun hia pa ne to so mienu the synthesizing mind critical thinking ade to so mienu ne to so miensa the creative mind. Send a palana be creative BB because social Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, Nina from America there's a reason why. Ye pe nkwala omutimi creative BB into your teaching in an hands-on any evidence based. Your curriculums and your building in such a way say it's like a work of an art, a tell story. And yet also the respectful mind. Adria a respected authority, na edimbraso. And on the attraction no the ethical mind. Sir, idea be any 20 so we hear manum we your focus no our education say because that is the future. Nti me kan say say be Ghana for nso be hu say an advanced countries no moko ne yanso yetimi edina na mo achi. Me atoso me ne say mo kan dictators. Mako conference be bre na me wo Michigan na Mo Ibrahim award ye say the best African leader sometime obi anti bi nyae. Nana question na university for no busa our University of Michigan say how should African democracy be? Yanya ni Ubuntu and I say ya hem for seminary near Ibeka ho aye ne san. Me amechire mu ni say ya mamre but values na egbomu no any problem. Aya na metie Ghana for be breto no bia na masiri kakra. Omo say abrofo eni amamre, that's a lie. Abrofo amamre ni sa wukasa obi anim ahwe nanim kakra na sere na chia no enti na wukọ interview na sa wanhwe bro nanim a onfa ma because na amamre ni say sa wona ne kasa na wanhwe nanim na utwa ne ntro ne etosu mienu obroni ka nokre enti no nokreka ade a ye de kire o mo from mo frase ne etosu miensa onfa ne mre ni agro ne time so enti amamre the do's and the don'ts. Enti ni sa onfani mreni agro se ba so adwuma na woko o time no time sa values way and say your tradition the buy am your governance in baba boy esan say wokochi aboa kire na sa wokochi aboa e wo wuram na de ne ba na say yesoa no a na sa ohene tina paka mu na say de ne ko etia betia na ma de ntuma bu fom na say otietia so a what is the values mo de kire o mama no enti mo mianwe ho sa na ahemfo no mwae. Nietosu mienu awahani say African leaders pe ewo wiase and omo richest when they are leading the poorest. And it's our richest leaders in the world most of them are coming from Africa. But omo mudi omanim no poor. There's a reason why I say the other thing is say sientimi emfediane emma yankro for table so if we cannot feed our own people it's an indictment on leadership. As I say, yeah, near my year, a Diania war, a sassy year, and snow taught to say, snow top. Maybe I'm more Wisconsin, almost 6 months in a snow top. And so 3 months of summertime, you to me, the dear broom may be so at the Sandy Africa for. A bright young idea brought to format, not a piga. And Tiaja was some can. Near Tosso, Ebium, and he said, ye hear Yansa, Yami Yansa, na yede aye Ejumano, and yet a cranny BBR. Say we obi fi palugu anase tumuga obeba abedun cry na ohwehwe director ba come a signature keke na opama na sama no na 3 days ogusu dankran woni ba bi a order and decentralization ehun hia It's an ancestor uba brochira, a police system, a park system, a lot of schools in the is run by the state. And to decentralize your home, na near do I states, and take control about why. In the 21st century, young fat trade and swanyama. And to say, you will be as Sukaya, no swanyama. In the 21st century, you use a trade at the drain at the bow mine. And to young my journal and your Juma, so we are politician. Your goal is to solve a problem. And to say, I would drive when I was a Palaketwa, Ejina Kakwa, when I saw Besra with car, which I said, Mamma may buy a surgeon my way. So, more by yet, young yamra, never solve that problem. And your parliament, omoda. We should work them up omoda. As I say, yeah, can we, Prof. Kanwasem, may the source, I say, your constitution is a major problem. Because constitution is indemnity clause. I didn't now obey a leader. Nasa obe sumu yen. Nasa woko, nasa wa, amambre na unko ya, yen timi found court. Tise obi a dele court. In 3 years. Netosum yenu, I didn't na mrani say, ye ministers are ye more than half every parliament. And to be our parliament, we share constitutional review commissioner. On report in each say parliament, a weaker. Executive union is the president or power not to do. But Ghana fire, there's so much Obama say a hang parliament. They say 137. It means that the people are also bringing in more input in democracy now also. So we should recommend our people. The other time, American is attitude. Young attitude, yeah. 80% of leadership are followership. Now, Tom Rebu Oha. Yanya yedi party na chino sa bibi nkwa ye na se obi ka na attempt di any other went in leadership are lonely at the top Jomason e kan lonely at the top and to bibi wo ha nia wo ye no u free power na be so oh sana mo kan we na mitie ya nka beboa enti aya na opposition no ka bia wo we should learn to use your political opponents on comments nia fanya niam yie. The other thing is any national policy about development. I didn't know be bano baby, I will be man on betwasono. Now, in here in 2010, Nanka President Mahama, our opportunity after that white paper now, constitutional review, no, at the buy, no, 48 pages back. And then one more about dead man first judgment debt, whom ask them, or muka about constitution is a yes, baby, I am for a rose. Thomas Asama, Bana Sabana, and you saw what the amount. Now, we sound so didn't see come out. And you might be bro, Mokai and Anka wine. And so, Yampa and Yajuma. Yeah, how many said you will see SRT commissions near that way. Now, recommendation by to implement here. Now, in your dear queer name. Near Medi church war, and he said, Yansha send your bay, I never boa ama or my apostle. The here discipline mine. Oba Ghana, the way Uncle for ya dear, Sebe, Ujun so baby, Sebe, Ubiko toilet, you baby, the elephant in the room. Black and Gregerson edit research Biaba. Now, research and almost here were 3 mental blocks. The first mental block is a failure to see. We have failed to see your problems. Since we are the second mental block on a failure to move, you move here to solve the problem. The last one is failure to cross the finishing line. And to say, don't say, you who problem now, and then you move. Quite a fast best problem. Then making sure say you cross the finishing line. That means say logical conclusion of your problem, no, yet in your solve. May ending with Robert Greenleaf. Now, some okay, and he said, the test of leadership, I idea, me and son, and I near the kind of say, I will serve woman, do they grow as an individual? Near talking me a new, ye healthier. Omopomu etisen ne toso me ensa omoye wiser ne toso 9 omoye freer ana ne toso etwato no omoye autonomous to become leaders like yourself. That is transformational leadership.
Problem I mean now as you no pay any contribution out there my the whole day up afi na wo kwa koda nti ye da se oni abo enkomo ye be kasa later on another topics ba me call Dr. Edujen fi o chade o coming from University of Science and Technology wo Kumasi doc head of history and political studies okay university doc ano pay mo achen mo akwaba
yeah I mean chabiga phone na
yo abejo for that say facha me say wagina so kakra because na obi anu nti entra doc na ye na no sumi tie di pa mi shebi that's it. Doc, now you share transformational leadership, but now earlier now me pe share on say what political science ne history say Supreme Court election petition who moya or the aba beto no. How do you think say betimi affect or may ne nkoso any electoral processes na democracy in general?
You would have said yeah me give you say nka ye call yeah should ye koso court any there a free court abano na ebeye enumani so fachame eni mo ajuki kakra say the free court be ebeye enumani ni the kan ene say judgment ba ebe kire say ye ura mahama ebe call ye no ye fuaso anase ye fuaso ye tosin ni senwa ebe free adult before no and one kasa nso ebeye emra sunwa eda beka dwumedie ni kwa ye faso eto Ghana abato no anamon no nka eno so ebenya insachire bi insan bi ebe free adult for no maba ejina ensemwa the ordination ekodane court no ene one mo so a where and you for first and second respondents are almost so everyone you everybody no can be now for one let's say enka first part no many say ebe can be I don't know kai second part no ebe say say and na ebia ya de first that thing ebe timi aboa 2012 2013 about one comedy any the free court buy no me give say e dey satreye bi e dey buy e kwan so nkoso e ma man for so enyantiase bi the free court abasa abrigi any the owura mahama his excellency e di hun komono amma me jisu say enkofo adwunumu binumu Ghana fo binumu adwunumu aye won na kakra enu tuno kosa e bi say ho me give say obisa Mamma Kwana Missan's Sanity Anna Ebebua 2024 Abatuana Kwan Day and NDC a party a Dicam Fono a better to a basket will be a coso. We need anyone Empo about 20 minutes Abatuano ya Pivian in Kayamu Edekwa acquire declaration in mono. Quite day no the first one or better woody. We didn't say about was some I will be asking now. And a good dream or Ankasano. Yeah, this one cookra. Unfortunately, no, democracy won't come out. You have only electoral turnovers. Now you say a normal Catalan just say, ABR, you talk about you change the government, about the flower, but not to do what you have for flower, got flower by the Catholic money to be an also a popular by the and also baby, and woman, you should say, ABC hall. I'm not saying over not taking me back. Or man for a woman do maybe I would do, and I won't tell you to a man in your podcast television. Say, be a compact say, a member Saturday want to Chima, say a free electoral commission. Say free party phobia, say free the judiciary or say free the legislature or another executive or other panel. Say a mayor give any of the more young for about any about some to me and my woman do Saka. I don't know. Some come out over the Diano. I am come out, I may be my Danaka. Now a man confess so. And come with we did a female corner, and acquire the first one. Yet they say the piano and one tour, and the cost 2024 as you Patina. We are all time to run come out the crap and station bishop. Now, the car said 2024 back on the restaurant Kokra. Now, I said, electoral commissioner, I will take us for any commissioner. We did too much for crowd when you do that. We shall need to know about the Afia, and yet, Florida, you see, I'm going to be so the Kaya. and America here Trump any Biden won some any abattoir or 2 years and get you will not find any perfect electoral system. Now I'm say the electoral system a problem with the fast said you die abutoye ndeba we say can be mu so African politics can Africa abattoir and people go on no and na opposition ni susu you think that follow only commissioner na say referee wọ́n abattoir no so no ekona ekana na the also opposition to say the whole abattoir so no and no be a open asem kra on person benye tumi and until brano na with the first institution no and as electoral commission no commissioner no with suspicion the ISA the big one is you say employee so no be Jumedia ebe kweti opposition so we say the opposition is the bad leg same thing say so what I say the now no betumi agina yie na the now no sebie no ejirega ana ejirega krebia and for women to say bia wa say abatto no say na betumi agiriku Ghana ha empanimfo and Ghana court ahemfo please pastor and what can we edwoduma ya be e wodi agi constitutional democracy ababa free upa 1992 ababa si sabre no at least you know say the fourth republican constitution you know aya additional kokra and can sabre you say in 1966 you know I mean kuditasa ebe say and then ntua ni person you to tell my you to no go gemu ni ade and the institutions dey see we are reference institutions we say obagwa and they share democracy mo Canada and they can say and you say ko be dia one would you know and you say ko democracy you say mu dey no and you say omanfo a won so obu bra and me power here me mu fa ho so ebenya amotoso e wo paade ni Ghana
Docs, I want to phone asem no. Unia prof Bafo Adjumade earlier raise the same issue ya we raise no. But who can be for 2024 abato no. Are you saying say we show petit akramu a wan hwe antokwa na basabasa betimi SC 2024 because of GDA ni ahotoso na ewo EC mu ase eba from na
we na me imagine chere na me just say ebetimi o say judgment ba say ya law school for no be academic education ho so me do commodity ade akowie me give you contempt sem bi eni I love that for we no ebe bo ayen me give you one so shamra ebino they want me say maybe I want to say on the basis of say about when somewhere can court no e also track court no next man for no no petition no grant no me give you say akwanya dae e ma me no kwatena ho Emma, you have to be a catastrophe. What you say? Obi buefu, obi wo ya obi ebi wo ni. Emma, o to bo the bro ma me no abaka ni mu. Afa ko yeye. Na fa wo mo gwa ho me. Afa dia ka bo so asem dia kire ma me no. Afa na George Ford no judgment aba. But what dey metire yase.
Metiase. Ba say the uti the lawyers so kan say e law. And no more the in the building process of the state, no consensus building. Okay. Party for no April 2024, no would there be consensus building? Say, one of the to Mr. One did the court bank cream. One unanimous. They said the guard of and unanimous. I will be teaching more. MP, NDC, part of one career, 2024. Some call the demystified slaughter and now regional coalition centers. What a consensus building. Some make compromises. Your democracy, no, 1993,
some degree of compromises about. I mean, so let's say, if you pack ballot boxes, starting of ballot boxes, public demonstration, different party responses, civil society action, and one month for what could be a year, also would be a battle, or has to a battle. He said, one month for one public, and party for one a year to cry, now, and let back of the now, when we ready to my other discovery, I am for me before when you are going to call them, say, you're being asked to say that maybe about any Democrats not going about and the court on the
okay.
And you know, say a cafe and run on the cross state. The law is made for the people and not the people for the law. Yeah, you're man for now, I know man for no. It you know, say, it's a moral and ethical considerations with them. Considerations are a fact. The problem for one year, we walk on the court. Now, your pet. Now, so I want to overcome your part. I will say, yeah, we are changing the idea. Now, so I want to see now, and the overcome the money now. As a lawyer, now, I let that you it will now quiet phenomenon in the legal sense. No, put the money, or put the woman, I don't the phone there. When we see a camera there. It is big akoso and I want to and I want to you mutuma and I want to judgment to be about. Now so yes class to better here. Yeah, fellow, but what you say? I call it the show, so some of the show, and support the show. There are different streams of academic knowledge, social interaction. And I take a lot, you have to one like this of mine, and the court and you say, yes, and the maybe a course one. And nobody, now, so, the duty say, and still, yes, the baby come up, you have a brave beer, and that's what you do, but no. You make me a class and it does say, you knew say, I will look at it. Then you have to talk with you, you knew say, and that's you be at the end, you be a you knew say, and no one beer, and for them, not say, one year. Well, that's what we're about Monte. I want to live about Montano. The exact the visa,
okay.
Listen again and watch the video of the former president. And no matter how we go up on day, when the money to attack or diplomatic pressure, what is done, what is demeanor, the pressure, and now the pocket. And some of it see, every money, anything that you say, or a good communicator. Let us not take this conversation for granted. And as I said, it's just as you plan for from going to 2024.
Now, just say, what shall the President Mama, I will say, at the Cassia BBC, 2024, Sana Opache Mba.
Yeah, let's say, I never got the talk about peace, and they get away. And in several countries, you know, it's like the thinking and so. And you have passing here, you have balance the can't get new history. We should get serious at the country. That's the point I'm making.
Okay, but Doc, make Jama Mwako because you're Brenna Swan, a Chumukra, but now me person make a quick comment on leadership assembly. I can say, ye Penifua can say in Aka Wasem, dear a bit taking a Magana, ye to me at Dane or Mino, any your constitution, Yansano, and as I say, just a quick comment because you're Brenna Swan. You're
not transformational leaders, not only the constitution. You're not transformational leaders. You're not leaders are only a something. You want leaders are only from Encounter a woman ever be a man from personal. Now, if you are you have the leadership for I give baby a let's train them for that violence. I mean, yes, type of leaders, no, almost here. You want leaders are woman one emperor. The question is, you want leaders are or still another after Robert Church, Abakotam Yato, where the Joe did a duty. Tank of phone, a book at clear to appear a bit any area. Asia will clear yellow when you're quite national and field with a bit clear Ghana, you couldn't be a gas Thank you. And for who be a block, a corner, a crana, and we can how every no.
Doc, Mamma no ase, and I'm also in term next 2 weeks. Now, Kuponya, I do my Beba studio now. Yeah, expand this and common, especially about 2024. I say me okay, very important. But Doc, we are where President Mahama one can say we constantly defeat amount or congratulate President Kufuado.
It's as soon American.
Which is slightly different from 2013.
So the other guy to communicate now, what type of communication now? Anywhere, okay, Bruno, and you said, so you also everything I'm not buying. You never pass it.
Enti, sir, Omanya the Asana on congratulating President Kufuado Meboa.
Yeah, let's tell you, sir, I'm not about to come a institution to home.
Okay.
If I find a down up where normal.
Okay.
Let me see a normal you.
Okay.
And you know,
Yo. Doc, Mamma no say anope was here the about Mahama, about institutions now. Omu fairly yes one be adwuma omanyen, which is one of the reasons why I say here transformation leaders are ye dia wo. And again, Professor Pokua some no be more so you're completely different. See, and yet the beto no kwan mu de tete no de anyini. E find come obo no mre e final comment here by Prof Misha Sefu so. Final comment is the leadership about way governance requirements na o man be ko nanim.
Afia democracy no a control ensanda Sankesa nka America for after 200 and something years and ya nka last year the hu ya about to acquire basano. In time bia you are bound to have some serious challenges. Ideal, we are trying to create an ideal state, democratic state. Now that ideal no emma ye ne yemreso na emma ye matso forever. Ti setem bia e ba no apekwan bia obefa so a ode besom na sebe eno ma ye yama wo. Ti de meka ne say we are bound to have serious challenges on the way. Nempa ye ose e bo ane say ye nsan koye chi ti say ni akope Fifth Republic eno de nyame mpengu ma yen na say ne ho ye hu a ye ni we nya adwene no so no enka sa kasa no so a na mum enkoye emaatwe ene etuo atwe say ne sa de a emre bia ne adwene behia after a fitting as 1993 ya face so many challenges e ba ye nya kwan bi e de to ye ema ye koye nim enti eno ho mpaebo efa abato ho eno ho na o se ebo bibia ba boko amaye no mana nkasa ye ne ye mu dia afua se ya ansesa ye system na constitution na chichira maye ene ye attitude ya develop e de push success ni ansesa no dia ane ho ne bia mene menua lawyer ye be ya adwene kakra ehia sesa ye because ye ntimi enye bro abrofo na omoka bibi say you cannot do the same thing over and over, day in and day out, and expect a different result. Yeah, here they are for 64 years now. 4 Republican put 28 years now. Yeah, who's the sign here? I know Chira will say, here's the sign. Until here leadership are courageous enough for whom say, look, we need to change A, B, C, D. Until I make us a 2 parties, say, be a maye and society now. Hey, ye best say na we ko no yaba no ko no yaba e on be sikadie na ye bedi on ba de obeso omo ye na on be ye enso enimu ko no ne be bobosia nyame kra mo a ye bedu 100%. Sa 75% of debt a year. Ye bet me do 100%. Ne ko completely insolvent because me much work on the productive wealth creation sector. Me it's more of consumption. Now ye nyina se ye pekwan ye pewe abanye we no na se yeso ye moa ne ye nya adwuma a diska beba omanu mo na banko first kan hene okobo bosia nti o chichire sa na ode abeso ye nyina na ete ho so enu ne the most dangerous future me hu no nti o sa abamba ye ne amanfo no nya abotre bi na aban so ode na ni to form there are so many unnecessary expenditures aban bia oba oye. You spend so much. I do not see why it should be a policy say Abandia boss or the new set of 4-wheel drives, 8 cylinders. Ministers can drive in 6-cylinder cars comfortably. Wow, Sikana beto a cylinder. It's good. He say petrol cost run. So we are all filling their fuel for free. They de ko aye, they ko mpranche, they ko bibia. And yet ho. Ni nyina we see nkete say hu say asande for say kete a bottle as bibisa. Wuti etiansa na ekese. Enti eno ne ya mani hu about sick. Say I hope say e bet me akoso atu en hoka for the foreseeable future.
And your finance minister kwaso ya say enim de
oh, yeah, Bob Pieman.
Yeah, say I'm say Alan be presenting budget on tea. A big issue now we raising on next week e be nyam pe na kwan be mo be discuss corruption and how much money are caught into corruption, any wasteful expenditure. They said they were kind 4-wheel drive every 4 years. Yes, Gracia.
Yes,
Gracia. Every 4 years, be a yes, Gracia. Of course. Serious. But council, what's the summer again? I pay the one year. Jide Organa Musamao.
Oh,
Sebe.
No. Because you may be na koswa and my observer na edime bedu baby amedunu. But Eden cry e crew it me man na medwin omo ho nti bibia me bia omo na medwin omo ho wadachi. But me a comment and they say concluding comments in this in terms of your friend saying presidential petition in there baby aye bedu me feel say yambo yen ho abaso kakra aya de say na prof kana yambo ma yan krontokwa election na ya call ye mentimi ho ase ba mu yenia giatum say abemu aye beko baby ni ebesi no so omo kasa wi a aso etwa period. I think he said yina yentiasiasa. That leads me to leadership. How na here leaders omo free say omo don yen you know also omo yen also omo yen because leaders know followers bebre omo adwen wo fom omo adwen wo mfimfini omo adwen wo soro omo di ekiri ni yan omo nyina na omo adwen ye pe nti bi no omo ntie ne makoni na ase nti gina leaders no so and a leader no bet me akase ye nyina say na te ye me ye nyina ya shisha ma ye ho say na be ye nti ye mbo ye ho ban ye njai na yakoso bia na ye ndwen 2024 so the next election day san ye de tete ye de ye oman ne de you ntumi nka say ankoyi ya ma minti say wo de bi ankoyi ya ma no ne say ye wiawo e say kro ni bo ana say e ho na ha me no say eni say man create say ankoyi wandenti e say 2024 e say kro ni shi ana say be shi at the end of 2013 ankoyi no young susu say 20 but what me free advice ka come to me them union no more NDC in particular and I'm be NPP for now so minister almost start to build internal system and prevent this situation from happening without resort to and tokwa the tool any bible yen use pen yen use hand drain na yon fan yes and people say call election and you know decide some call electronic into set up all these things by the time I buy at 12 o'clock and answer and you know no result to that whatever buy and this is phone to me and you be next time no one prepare home for the next day but man and this year this shank for dream we say you me even caught to one crowd must see me young candy ye until say next time you're gonna and I'm worried about even commentators are almost created that kind of atmosphere and say 2014 2024 and here I didn't talk about NASA this time you hear leaders I'm a leaders in the but as a country as Ante Henom chief imam Nadiano almost starting 24 involved in a start young from Ubia come and from young dream going forward no quite a better so aye that should be semi wukwa and nessa your leader be or altruistic now we decided so about country now and maybe I'm a man obey and yes idea me no me kra me nwi omo say omo nwi hu say omo betina Ghana kra I'm being frank.
Yeah, I like your honesty.
Me colleagues who home catch you. It's why you enjoy because send a country new kono and say yeah you have CC no. Yeah dream nkwala omo ba no. Mpenifo no you feel say am we yen so dey yen say that. Ya dreams, ya joy ya dey your bob breast here na a different cry. And omo even DHS in the problem omo cry by worse. Enti media
but cancer asema okanye asema here in isolation in fact media say me kwa krase na ohia your development engineer say nkran ikra nye 100% o ubedu akra ba bi pa na won say ya akra na yeti kuma say takrade kakra ebi akofodia kakra kofodia akra say udu kofodia factory papa ben and one of my boys and girls here for more adwumam na your reporter ba kwa Alhaji Morocco Asante Achimaya council member osunti na better school dining school dining this is anti me can dey see council as they
belong to a district
school dining we put dey say dan ho because school be wo krache and no the community na this is the classroom
so nsu ato omuti atete
nsu ato na o see covid nkola we nkoshe mask nko school a
now see
we aduane no here bread and butter issue we Asante Achim agogo anan mama checking area ni
me right
Asante Achim no
say me
and the Afia could be deputy minister of railway ho na na o minim so obesan ba bia ma but this is his constituency onu po dey so MP on dey no be development DC no e was say nya district chief executive needing enti here
Minister of Education or Jiafa or Bedi Salis Yankosi Hanasi Yankosia. And no name man koso.
Structure ben we hear den nkola we bet the mumo
and one for
me foundation volunteers yes school dan wa menem Eastern region. Volunteers blog ni cement kakra krasa na eni kromo fo ekwa ye ni be eyi ni yesi dan ni we and so we say banka so kosi se e bo sika o me de baba beto on be ko for pepe no nti akola we e council asema o kai ni na me video no say akola we say future woman da so ben and akola we benya say obenya kumasi mpa bedu na kampesa kra akola we oti yi
Afia there ya
this is Ghana it is all lose hope udi bim say lose hope
living dangerous if you
and then Asante Achim ko e cast across scratch me see this week many video like this from Upper East Upper West there's an you call Central region there were schools like this
bia I misru kase ni say baby am office or East Legon na me call and address me pona say me call if you was painters ufata na say who pay the next traffic light no be about 9 o'clock 9 p.m. no en kola bi giringina ho ebi no kwade the form ho sa pavement no so omo di ebe clean way and I do know me say see say no mba wo car no ho ko say me yemu ahye me these people no ahwa na omo te so omo dan tuntun no musa akra o omo
obeda na am roba so omo na hwe no because elsewhere in another country Omaino should take akola na up because we need this year. Na ye hwe akola no man ba bi dan etete akola no. Na wo beje akola ni say be de no mba class o be paper windscreen anim. Ye je akola ni say. Enti kan so mamen go final comment. Does this
Oba bi on that rank.
Senior council so the Ghana chair because it's a school dan you.
I mean
it is serious. Council say who call school we be say am nyini say nka ba be lawyer o. Because this is sad. Because when you class 6, you have a spinal problem.
Oh, my problem. So when you
and they did.
1 minute, Paul. Yeah, Yanni say, you're near Coast School, Gold Coast. Gold Coast,
that's it.
The crossing schools, not anti-say, not a papa. Windows one Gold Coast. A crossing a mimical school. Not 64 years. Republic.
They still have
it's this happening, but that's
oh gosh.
I won't tell.
And me producer can where ya ko yi pop ye be wie no ho politician ko na ye no constituency obetimi afre me boss and na wo say fia ko ka ba be ka me constituency pam no and I say enya me na mani e dey ko me pam me wo mbe but you see is so. This is about Ghana development as a see a kind of credit. Because Prof said, okay, na deal with that. It's MPP and then we have to fix it.
Fix it. Yeah,
we have to fix it. Akwebedi ehon so aduane papa bi ani.
Not even way to think of say in Kolawe ne obi okọ morning star Christ they go through BC.
The same examination.
No, go through the same examination. To think of it tonight.
Nti one more said the menu yake. Mpanyfo mo sika na ye obi bidie no. Ye ma no de on kan school papa mu. De omo personnel de omo ko abroach. Na de me ane say ye create class system.
Exactly.
Sa ye ni mpanyfo ye ma wo abroach ne ye ko elite schools no. Omne baba abuye so. Na omo so ba omo mindset no enye class mindset no so edan bi wo class me koye. Do no onim ni senkran ha. We see the mansion ho anu aka. Enti na this wo kan fu aka say me say nipa bebre wa ba mu efi say nkran ene Ghana. Senkran ne Ghana. They say all development projects are concentrated here.
Akwan papa na ye
na. Ni nyina ye nkran.
Koko clinic cross nkran.
Man kan.
Ye ba bia koko ye bia.
Council all region Western when Western you know Kwan Bonnie headquarters e hono. Asana wako upper east upper west. But Coco Rose ye the Coco is kabe Rose.
Ya beto abai. East Legon na me office wo. Yes, omo kwan no na ya asphalt those areas no. But we go outside Accra. Rose no feeder Rose no kra bomb. I'm like, why would you asphalt East Legon?
You have asphalt you nyina.
Yes, expansion. Who was East Legon kwan mo san yes.
Say ho no mo tete.
Me wan e kwan no kwa so ya you asphalt dada o.
Wo East Legon. Na ye ja aha kokuma se hwe nipa wewu wo kwan so. Aha kokuma se ye major road. Nti ye no do area na ye den. 64 years. Unamo anu we kweshi obi. Edano last week or last 2 weeks.
16 people.
16 people. Me ewu. Dual carriage ever yes say. Okay. I
don't send no message or say I really like the lawyer on the left. No hope for Ghana. No hope for Ghana.
I disagree.
But the point I pop make is Accra Kumasi Road. They be any people. Kintampo now 70 people died. They see 16 people. Ekwani Afia 10 we call we ba. It is any pan kwa mistake for the bow yonkum. Pasenke double la and triple to say the moon or broke my brooch ya. Or that crack almost Sunday a strip rams class and into when you come crown view of crack. Strip ram no cabiniano. Na dear. Titi dear yan ye kum ya nipano ye kum ya call for car so. So Prof I can anti a crack Kumasi road keke. Yen to me yen kosi pauga said double lane. Why? Na ye East Legon for mo asphalt no.
Yes, I do be akoguso.
Asphalt na
e de foforo aguso.
San ye asphalt. Jesus Christ. East Legon.
Me hu ni nyina. Me fa so da. Wini. Cover the bar so obi asuro.
Hey.
Ghana ni pass na wo. 600 and something meters. A year. A whole year. Accident ni pass na wo last year. 2000 plus. Ni pe wo kwan so e chen COVID. Eso obi ani abre.
Sika send ye dey COVID. Sika send ye budget for COVID. I am sika send ye ba for COVID. Sika send ye dey akoye yakwan no.
Oh, ane busa omo.
Oh, but prob omo wu ye sisi no mo wo you turn bass dem no. So omo nyina omo nya mahama, omo nya kufuado, omo just nti omo be wu sa ye nka hwe. Ade a chi another but say penny bi ne ko wu is the president President Rollins ko nya accident o motorway na. Ade a chi agirigiri. Council, my major final comments right now. I'm saying, yes, I been a BP.
I mean, final comment, Nina. Senior, you see, there's no hope for Ghana.
Never.
Ebi a Johnny Baton on mama mu di na china ebi amuna mbetimi ambesesa o mind the sad thing is omo a young politicians na yaba ni nyina nka o hwe kwan se nka obi be show that kind of sacrifice ni ade omu nyina ba is either odi atem ono so nya post ono so beji sika ye bi e de akwa ye niema bi se de prof kan V8 no there's nobody or any political party the manifesto more proposal poster me ba me dey make change me amendment na ye jai ye first esgasha ni tua na ye disika ye bibi say ya ye all we are fixing road accident ya ye say ahwe hia for di nyina the same the obeka wo mu kro ba the same to say powerful kan sikedie ya enom be ye before I become me mama auntie agi pamoni clothing or say o share partner in fact o panel we so ma kasa mo no as oba time no we have a long way to go I think can abemo bu said lawyer auntie for abemo bu no but or keep a little bit of hope say e bi adachi bi and nana bi ba e bi omo and a beye bibi ede amomo you're a citizen from Pon so friend no I'll say o child because a panel way discussion now my just say ya boa pa Auntie Angela da say only pamoni clothing workers no enyina na adwuma moye Dr. Donfe dey just say council into for na we need fan back Dr. Donfe say dey obo abaso no enye asemketo akra na rabna ewo first saying Ghana cylinder manufacturer no ka say enura ono so ko COVID vaccine bi na fa na ni so sa but she's struggling so be send text message na ono so e dia because COVID no reaction afa na onya vaccine mo say please tell Professor Ajimandua say there has been no Fifth Republic. President Nana Akufo-Addo is the transformational leader who has set us off on the right path. Our attitudinal values as a people, any endemic level of grand pettiness, any corruption should be our headache to resolve and not OBR. We in the MPP are ready for any miscreant in 2024 as they will swing. Francis is here. Oh, about 2024, no capacity. You are ready for any miscreant. Francis, no. I say you are ready for any miscreant. Lawyer, it will say Ocha. Francis is here. Ghana cylinder manufacturing. Auntie Angela Obodai. That say Osha Maya. So say congratulations and command penny for more a panel. No so fat and Oma Kasa Bibi Otto Ewo Oyibi. Or say if I'm enjoying this discussion, yeah, a good job and come on penny for no and the fantastic discussion on by Kweku Felix Hills and Crowd the Bible scripture album. It was 2 Corinthians chapter 19 verse 6. He told them, consider carefully what you do, because you are not judging for man, but for the Lord, who is with you wherever you are. The verdict was and the judges should know say omo judge the amount minor. Obahima Krantimasi if you in fact and discussion has been fantastic, very educational. Yes, Shambe from Dr. Samodu Jemfi is real on issues pa Chairman de OK University or no sana semo kanono. Ohima ya Pokia was say I'm watching you pa if you are more any juma more ye Yakopo show panelists nina more YouTube and so more so yadamasipa Odisika hene check was it Vim, you guys are really saying the truth pa. In fact our leaders are the worst. Just say omun to me bibia mwa Emma omano enkonenim corruption sike die ne ade eno ne ade a ha omano entumi nkonenim yetumi resolve we ogidi se we ade e beboa ya ma omano so afa ne to ma prefer because de koi pa de ene e de kodi ane na Ghana no nya de a efa so bia be film aba eduan na chum no se vim and my enjoy mo discussion pa clergy was say I love this lawyer pa lawyer Ntifo no kran one o ka no ade no hope bia nim wa be ka se hope bia wo mu no chese enya de papa bia wo mu young people no kwa nya de hope bia no wo mu bia mba omo de be ma o my Ghana Audrey Kudum was no institution has failed anybody NDC ne fail omo enti ka che Dr. Edu Jefi o KNUS so institution bia fail obia e wo honum na wisdom seba no see imagine this is where our resources and monies are going Ghana pa de tria we school dan ya mu ye is evidence of the fact of Ghana we enya de be ye e wo kwan bia eso e wo man ns menso o say is very true pa if ya continue and help us with this education o man there me lawyer Ntifo ya adwin say no hope and e wo o man no emu council member also for final comments over Kazana ya de ano esi wa say
well my final words I mean on the transformational leadership point I think say I mean clearly systems ni nyejuma nyeman so nkoye I mean lawyer Ntifo so akasa on there still no hope so maybe I go with Professor Jan say I think that Ajimendia sorry Professor Ajimendia say I think there's hope There's, even though it looks very bleak, but I think say we can't give up yet. Exactly. Also on the election petition, treat him, but I think the one thing electoral commissions will be who say, but for a few mistakes or more year and the election petition we can't buy in the first place. Because the basis of petition by petitioner now, wrongful declaration of making on the 9th, I think that on their own institutional reforms, also more they should set back, look at a few things that are for 2024. Yeah, we'll have an instance where young Sam won't go back to what we had in 2020s. I mean, that's my final comment.
You when that was a council, but CJ so also who decides what is relevant, and also come way in respect of Professor Opokwenchi as a man or say so see from morality nya why there and a be decide say we and a year and I say we and a year no de no enye adwene kra and wisdom my kind of messages in our side but Agnes Ajimano said the petitioner did not take any evidence to court so omo so be a lose case na institutions omo and omo how omo Jose Moreno and also the president-elect electoral commission and also a problem and no cross start here said the prof bafo adwumadu akan and no kwa election unfair before you even go into it nti menene ya adwen say yensesa kwan ya fa so ayimpanifo emo ebeye adwuma no twum and also good discussion ne pa I enjoy discussion no Catherine Dankwa no say because Ghanaians talk too much every individual person in Ghana knows how to rule this Ghana and also can and on minor enko a year no tie hwe no so ebeboa and a true battling or say it's simple abolish multi-party democracy na mo yenko back to your region so enko fa governance as a him for no mo governance no ade ni enya president ba ko behwe omu nyina so no and ebeboa ni e de ekoya NDC ni MPP de omu nyina ba be disika ase wo man no ekwa and William Oseno say we need no autocrats in Ghana but a national planner o man ne beboa ama o man ne gina so ama Ghana no akọ nenim ebusafo ye de besia no say ni ada yempanifo akese ase o mbeboa ye men ye de discussion no de ebro ye nyina ye sua kese nje say nimde bebre de from the aka ne say den ye beye de asom o man Ghana part of your duty no so ne say ye be hye yempanifo no a ye kogina bosiom ene awiem eto abama o mo say they will do what is right enye party ti say de ekoso of parliament here in even approving ministers obi say enye de party ne ka obi say enye de na omo to abano ma MPs nso ko parliament nso where lies our interest here to abano nti wo kona akoye party adwuma where lies that ye na your responsibility to be citizens ask the right questions give pressure no man no enko ne nya say to abawie ya asomate akoda bibie ni na journalist mun ko busa question mai wo so ma journalist information wo bibi ti say de ehun school dan ya ekotwa wa asante achimia chop video na bra mi ni kanea mi ni nsuo mi ni say mi tua me taxes do your part no man so nya part ni embusa questions ma no mo account to Ghana for na enem penifo a ye ne omo bon komo no yeru akokwa takra dwumo lawyer ni ono ti mensani fa obeboa ye me ye bo enkomo no sanso na onua be ma ni senior counsel lawyer akosi bafo entifo so ye private legal practitioner o chade so Ogempa law faculty ono so beboa ye sanso na prof bafo ajimandu a unim no se wa ye adwuma mfie bebre e wo CDD as a governance expert sanso na no a former UN senior advisor on governance issues in United Nations for until ono so governance adwuma no wa ya chepa zoom ye ne Professor Enoch Opokwenchi associate professor at Wisconsin University or a consultant on leadership and also any leadership here or shade Wisconsin so no so join here Zoom and Nana J Bafo we are a senior partner or SBA and partners also join here Zoom near called Dr. Eduje Vio University Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Kumasi penifo boy pa se memeda no pa lawyer crowd we call vaccine ama onya reaction but ni nyina we ja bibia e mo ba ne e mo ne e bebo nkomo yakopon sha so hwe Facebook ni YouTube na this way chocolate drink any special I so yeah down masses almost sponsor here so na production team cameraman producer Prince Obimpe director of photography camera ni obia sound yada mu nyina ase yakopon sha mse ne memende mo abeka ho ne aye adwuma na nwuma mo besan ba bio aba be ye nana mama ground entertainment show no nti yakopon hwe so yada mu nyina ase